5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
We find wrestling, one promotion, one event, one match at a time. We are the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what is up, man?
What is going on, Bob? Hello, everybody.
Oh, man, we are back. And boy, I tell you what, man, I am glad to have this new headset on. Jeez, a flip. That's been an absolute nightmare with that other headset.
Yeah, nah, man, sounds good. Sounds real good.
Good, good, good. People can actually hear me. Welcome, everyone. We've got a packed show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Our main event guest this week, you guys are going to have it, and you're going to love this interview. We recorded it last night, so it's coming up in a little while, but we got to talk to OVW star Deget Bundlez, who's going to be appearing this Saturday, June 28th, for Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators in Riverton, New Jersey at the Sacred Heart Church. And he, among many others that we talked about last week with Dr. Zirconium, you've got Vinny the Fixer defending the dog title against Marvelous. You've got Valerie Verman versus Stevie Brooks for the WWGP Women's Championship. I mean, it is a stacked card. Plus world ranked bantamweight boxer Emmanuel Rodriguez. It's just going to be a really fun show. And the Indie Wrestling Experience, John, we are going to be there live. And we going on the road.
Hey, man, people are going to want to reach out and touch us. Hopefully not hurt us, just touch us.
No. All I'm saying is you better be camera ready because we're documenting this trip, brother. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. I think Lauren is going to go with us, and there may be a raffle in the works. But we just got doing a Facebook Live with Rich Buckholz, and I hinted at that. We're in the works now, working with the promotion to try to see if we can get an Indie Wrestling Experience raffle going on Saturday. So definitely, if you're listening to this and you're in the area and you can get out to the show, come see us. Come see the show. Come see the event. The event.
See us. There's going to be a British sighting. It's going to be a time, brother.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so hell yeah, British is going to be that. Oh man, this is going to be a blast. Are we going together or are we going separate?
We haven't quite worked that out. I think we'll figure that out maybe after we're done recording.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because that's I mean, I got room, so if we need it, but
yeah, either or.
Yeah. Let's see here. So lots of things going on. I threw like 200 things into the beginning of the notes this week. They might be a little bit long. I apologize. But there was so much shit going on. Starting off with, and this is the one thing, I only put the note in there, but I didn't tell you what it was because I wanted to call back to Tully Bertorelli on this one. So you remember we had Tully on and couple of weeks ago, and he was telling us about getting chewed out on national television by Steve Harvey. And so I go and I find the video. We put the audio on the end of the episode. Hopefully Steve Harvey's cool with that. And we put the audio on the end of the episode, and you can hear Steve Harvey yelling at Tully Bertorelli, who asks a question whether his mama should be his wingman when he goes out. And Steve Harvey just lights into him, says, "Yo, mama a wingman? Your mama a wingman?" Well, the funny thing is that I was watching Family Feud. The girls and I went up to Baltimore and stayed the night before Anastasia went home. So we stayed by the airport and we were watching Family Feud in the airport hotel room. And there's Steve Harvey. And the question on Family Feud was, which member of your family would you not want as your wingman? And I said, Tully needs to get some credit for that question. Tully needs to get a writer credit or something for that shit.
Man, talk about being an inspiration.
Right? Tully is prolific. He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
What
What can't that man do?
Seriously, bro. And now he's got hair. He's dangerous.
Ooh. State of mind, brother.
But also, speaking of prolific, our guest tonight, Deget Bundlez, man, Chizo Flip, that guy's got his hands in everything too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He is what we call a Renaissance man,
He
for
is.
sure.
He is, man. It's a very interesting interview. It is coming up in what I'm going to say is an hour, but since I'm a lawyer and since I've also done this podcast 24 times, you may want to give me some leeway on that time because it might be more like two, but we'll see. Um, a lot of news and notes stuff because I just started sending random shit to John and just pasting it in the notes. The most newsworthy or the one that's top of mind right now, Night of Champions is in peril. Have you heard? Last I heard, there's a ceasefire, but they haven't opened the airspace yet, and we don't know if there's going to be a Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on Saturday. Have you heard anything new?
No, I haven't heard anything new. Sadly, I don't think it's unexpected. That we're hearing that. But yeah, man, I have not heard anything to the contrary as of yet. As far as I know, it's kind of looking like either it's going to get rescheduled, moved. We just don't know yet.
Yeah. And again, I don't care about the politics. Well, I on this show, I don't give a shit about it at all. My question to you is, for the safety, from the safety aspect, where are you on the fact that WWE hasn't made an announcement and it's Wednesday? By the time they're listening to this, it'll be Thursday.
I kind of chalk it up to there's probably a lot of ongoing conversation with the talent, I would imagine. And, I think they've always pretty much done a good job of, or at least seem to have done a good job of really kind of gauging the talent or engaging with the talent to make sure that they were comfortable with that trip and those shows. I imagine there's probably some discussions like that now. Obviously, I would say there's a lot more to think about right now, safety wise. Man, I'm glad I'm not in a position to have to make that call for myself. I kind of think I know where I would land on it, especially being having a family at home. Um, it's just tough, man. It's tough when things that are out of your control. Um, as a fan, as a performer, as a business, um, kind of start affecting that, and like I said, we all just want to see a great show, man. We just want to see some really good wrestling. So it stinks.
Mm-hmm. It does. And then add to that the news that if the show even does go on, Dominic Mysterio will not be there. Apparently, he's injured as well. The match with AJ Styles is canceled. Yeah, right. AJ, Dominic Mysterio, whatever. But Dominic versus AJ, I was looking forward to that one, honestly.
Hey, man, Dominic has come along, man. We're all right there, man. I'm with everybody else in the wrestling universe. I love to hate that kid.
Yes.
I really do.
Yeah, he's very, very punchable
and
face.
That's what I love about him.
Yeah.
I love to hate him.
Never in a million years did I see the Dominic Mysterio that showed up with his dad as possibly the best heel in the business. I mean, it blows my mind.
Who knew?
It's that mustache and that mullet, bro.
Man, he's scratching the surface, man. I'm telling you,
I agree.
But that Mysterio family might have 2 Hall of Famers in it, man. It's a long way to go, but I'll tell you, it's looking good right now.
Hey, don't forget, look, Aaliyah did that storyline with Malachi Black. She was a star in that one too. They're all great. All of them are great. That storyline. Oh, that was Buddy Matthews. I'm sorry, I said Malachi Black. I mean Buddy Matthews. But yeah, no, I mean they're all great, man. It's fantastic. It's a talented family for sure.
Absolutely.
So they replaced that match. I don't know if they did it on purpose. I thought it was on purpose, but I'm not sure. But it looks like they added 2 matches when they subtracted the 1. So now we've got Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight, and we've got Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross going to take this thing right now. I don't know that I'm necessarily I think the street fight will be good, but I don't know that I care about it. The Sami Zayn match, I think, is going to lead to that heel turn for Sami Zayn, right? Do you think?
It's I think it's coming. It's been building. So I'm ready for it. I'm with you with the street fight. I mean, listen, two big name ladies that are gonna throw down. I'm down for it. But yeah, I'm with you on the Sammy heel turn. It's due. I'm ready. I'm ready for some heel Sammy again.
I love heel Sami Zayn, man. I honestly, the babyface Sami Zayn character, as good as he was in the ring, and now
Mhm.
no, and now remember, when Sami Zayn showed up in NXT, I had not caught on to Ring of Honor yet. I didn't even know about El Generico yet. So when he showed up, he is
Oh
generic
wow,
baby.
okay.
He's El Generico without a mask, basically. He's generic white boy to me.
Right,
And
right.
and so, and I'm a white guy, so I can say that. Anyway, so he's a generic dude to me with a sort of a generic face, and he does some cool moves, but I never connected with him. I mean, for the first year,
Hmm.
his best goal was to last 10 minutes with Braun Strowman. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then he turned heel and grew the beard and started dressing like Che Guevara, and all of a sudden, whoo, I am in the Sami Zayn business ever since.
Yeah. Yeah. Sammy, I was a little earlier on the Sami Zayn. I was there for the El Generico stuff, the Kevin Steen feuds. And
Ooh,
so I knew what I was getting when he came in, and I was excited. And listen, had you had the backstory to it, you'd have been in on him from the beginning. You'd have known exactly what he was doing. The build they were doing with him, like you said, the whole run, just to last the 10 minutes with Strowman. Um, that's Sammy's gig, man. That's his thing.
right.
Nobody does it, and nobody does it better. I mean, Sammy's great at it, but as good as he is as a baby face, oh, his heel work, oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yep. And you know what? It's the old classic wrestling trope. I mean,
Mhm.
you hear it all the time. Guy doesn't connect as a babyface, turn him heel, he becomes interesting. And now when he's a babyface, I'm connected to him. The Rock is the one example everyone points to. It was die Sammy
Yes.
die for a while for me. And now
Yep.
he's top, man. That guy
Yep.
is just absolutely fantastic. One
Agreed.
one guy in WWE who's not having a great time is Noam Dar. Another guy that has been dropped on the injured list. I didn't really see. I saw people speculating that it was his leg that was injured before, but I haven't seen that confirmed. Have you?
I have not seen it confirmed, and I've gone back and watched a couple of matches, the right around from that time frame because they've never really specified, when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing anything. I mean, normal bumps, bruises, some bad landings here or there, but I don't see anything that puts them out for this amount of time. So, I mean, granted, I'm a layman. I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing deeper damage than what it is. But man, he was kind of really getting into a neat, fun groove right now. I hate to see this kid get sidelined again, man. It felt like he just really got back and got going.
Yeah, yeah. That he was the glue that held that metaphor group together.
Hmm.
And that with that being said, I am not really a Lash Legend guy. I thought Jakara had some potential, but she never really grew. Lash reminds me of Jade Cargill, really. In fact, she's a kind of a I don't know. I'll just leave it like that. She's Jade Cargill. She's not very good in the ring. She's a physical specimen. What is she, like 6'2" or something? I mean,
Yeah, former WNBA player. Like you said, physical presence in the ring for days.
oh yeah. Like she all she has to do is lift that boot up like
And
everybody
looks
else.
great. But oof, man, once she starts moving around, you really see, okay, we got to slow things down a little bit. And like you said, it's one of those where she really needs the other performers to work around her instead of with her. And listen, she's come a long way from where she started. That this is not a knock on her, man. The matches are good. I enjoy them when they're with the right opponents. But yeah, she's Jade Cargill, like you said, perfect analogy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, I understand WWE's reasoning on both of them because the airport
Mhm.
test.
Yep. Oh,
Look,
absolutely.
Lash Legend passes the airport. When Lash Legend walks through an airport, you look and you want to know who she is, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
So I get it. And you want to get, she's clearly athletic. She's, so she's got,
Mhm.
you want to try to get something out of somebody like that if you can. You know what I mean? It took a little
Mhm.
while with Raquel
Mhm.
Rodriguez to get super interesting too. I mean, she was really boring for a
Absolutely.
long time.
Absolutely.
But the difference,
So,
I guess, Raquel was, I thought she could wrestle from the beginning really well, or at least fairly well.
listen, Lash isn't as far off of that as you think. I just think it's going to take her some time, and whether that ends up being with WWE or the Indies or AEW or wherever it may be for her. I really do hope she sticks with it because I'm telling you, she could be a force in the future for sure.
Oh yeah, man. And the thing for me, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on Lash Legend, but when they first introduced Lash
Hmm.
Legend, she was part of that NXT 2.0 rollout. She was one of the very first
Hmm.
characters we saw. She might have been the first one because they started it on
Hmm.
screen with that talk show she did. She was
Right.
perfect for that role. Perfect.
Hmm.
She got a mouth for days.
Oh,
Like,
she's got the gift of gab for sure.
yeah,
Microphone, she's great. That's why I said, that's how many performers have we seen it? That seems to be their hang up. They get it in the ring, they just can never get that. Um, I don't know that it's easier. I don't know one way or the other. I mean, we're not performers. I don't know. Man, I just like I said, I just hope she really sticks with it. And man, if this is what she wants to do, more power to her, man. Like I said, I think sky's the limit for what this lady can do. And when you like you said, you're that physically imposing. Man, when she starts putting it together, whoo, watch out.
100%. 100%. Well, let's see what else we got in this. I wanted to give a shout out here. The first thing that I see on the notes is Pro Wrestling Magic, um, Pro Wrestling R, two promotions that I have been to or ranked or reviewed or something. Big fan of both those promotions. Um, and also, Matt Wrestling and Outcast Wrestling Revolution are going to combine for two shows, August 2nd and August 3rd in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So WrestleMania week is now expanding and it's SummerSlam week. So these guys are going to run the afternoon each day before SummerSlam with these combined Super Show cards. I think it's I think it's brilliant. I think it's awesome. I think anybody who can't go to SummerSlam might just go to those instead and go home and watch SummerSlam. I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, man, like you said, go out and get these shows and then have yourself a little SummerSlam watch party. Save yourself, some money and do it up right.
Yeah.
Head on out to East Rutherford and gets, like you said, 2 great days of wrestling. During the day, you're not even getting late at night, and you could comfort of your own home, comfort of your hotel room, comfort of the hotel bar, have a good watch along with some buddies. Shoot. I don't know how
Man,
you have a much better time, man.
I mean, I mean, the last thing I'll say about it, other than I wish these guys all the luck in the world. I hope they have a great set of shows, man. Really do. The last thing I'll say about that is it sounds like 4 shows in 2 days that Bob and John could easily cover, and we could, you know, uh, oh,
Are you cutting
he,
out?
he can't
Sure.
hear. I guess
Huh? What?
he's tapping his ear like he didn't hear me.
Huh? What? Finnegan, what did he say?
I got John taking trips now because of this damn podcast every other month. So, oh yeah, but I'm interested in that, man. I'm interested. They got, let's see, they're listing. Of course, I didn't get a screenshot of the whole damn post, but I'm looking at the notes. They're advertising Prolific, the PWM tag champions, Ruthless Lala and Isaiah Wolf. They're advertising Steve Off, OWR heavyweight champion. They're offering Sammy Chaos, um, Vinny Pacifico, Brooke Havoc, South Philly's finest, the Rad Dad, Radley Belmont, already named for these shows. Some pretty heavy indie talent, especially East Coast indie talent on those shows. So
Sure.
yeah, it's going to be pretty good. I might should have actually done this other one first because I just wanted to see. Did you ever, George? So Jordan Grace got new theme music, and it immediately went viral because the fans in attendance when they played it the first time were chanting "Fire Deaf Rebel."
Oh no, I did not see that or hear it. Oh,
No.
ooh,
Um, I,
ouch,
I listened to it.
ouch.
Are you is there any, do you feel like there's any redeeming quality to the Def Rebel era of WWE theme songs?
Do I have a comment?
No, you shouldn't.
Uh, it, no, it really, even Jordan, my son, doesn't watch the product like you and I do. But having grown up, obviously, with me as his father, has been around a lot of it, just in the background, in the periphery, right? Um, Even Jordan has made comment that he's like, Dad, the music just doesn't get me anymore. He said it really is just like I'm playing my wrestling video game and it's the generic, four songs you've got. Everything's got the same beat, man. Everything just, it's like create a player, man. I'm not feeling, and that's me. Maybe you and I are out of touch. Who knows?
No,
But
no.
I have not enjoyed it.
I'm throwing this in because so Lauren says, and Lauren's got opinions. Um,
I I've heard.
yeah. Hashtag Lauren's got opinions. We, I don't even know if people are using hashtags anymore, John. That's how old we are. Um,
I just found out about him. What
that's,
are you talking about?
um, but Lauren's comment to me recently was, ever since Def Rebel, the only way I know whose theme song it is because every damn one says the person's name at the beginning.
No. Well,
Nay,
dude,
Omi. Like,
just anymore, it used to be, man, and it still is my absolute favorite. Sit down at my house. I'm not going out. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting and watching. For an event is going to be the Rumble. I
mhm.
love the Rumble. You and I have talked about. We love
Me
Rumbles.
too. Favorite.
Um, Man, you go back to the 80s, you go back to the 90s, the early 2000s, man, when that music hit, oh, you were so hyped up. Now, even though I watch the product, I know the people with the music hits, it's just kind of like, eh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, you do
Oh,
that thing where
okay.
the music hits and they've got that wide shot of the crowd and the entrance, their entranceway from far out. If the
Right,
stuff doesn't play on the Titantron or whatever the board is that day, who it is, and they're just playing the music in that wide shot, I have no. They're like, here comes number 30.
no clue.
Music starts. No idea.
No idea. Yeah. Dude, I get it. I don't know.
And
I
look,
get
and
it. It really is a lost art right now. I'm not saying it won't come back. These things are cyclical. We've been through, good periods, bad periods. Um, I'm ready for this, like you said, this era to I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for some, all right, let's get somebody new in here and get some new ideas, some new vibe going.
as a guy who earlier today was messing around with soundboards, and
Hmm.
yeah, guys, soundboard is coming. I'm going to play all sorts of cool effects soon. But uh, I hit one and it played glorious. And there's no better
Oh,
way to describe how much I
that
miss CFO dollar sign than glorious.
dude, that might be the last. I mean, CFO dollar sign, a lot of good theme songs. A lot of really good ones. Glorious might be the last great one that I remember, you know, coming out, right? I mean, that hit and it just, oh, you knew you were getting, Rude was coming out. You knew you were getting the sparkly robe, you were getting the pageantry, you were getting the slow walk to the ring. It was, dare I say, glorious.
It was, man. That was the first wrestling theme song that I put on a non-wrestling theme songs playlist.
Yes,
You know, I think
I got you.
Shinsuke's followed right behind it, and that's another classic too. That first Shinsuke
Yeah,
theme, it's hard to beat that shit, man.
yep, yep.
Um, but I'm a CFO dollar sign guy, and but you're right. Whatever it is, a new voice, I don't, just something because this is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not
It's
going well.
it's it's time. It's time now. No, it's just not connected, man.
No,
And like you said, you've got the unique perspective of having, a younger fan in the house with you that this, if it has passed us by, that this should be connecting. Lauren should be connecting with it, and
hmm
she's got the same feeling we do.
yeah,
So
I agree. Yeah. What else we got here? So I put it in the notes too, but I don't know if you actually watched the video clip or if you just saw the still. But did you see the Brody Lee in his debut match? -1 in his debut match for GCW.
Say I saw the still. I didn't see the match. Hey man, I'm behind this kid 100%, man. If this is what he wants to do, um, we, I think you not going out on a limb to say you and I both absolutely love this father. R.I.P. man. Um,
One of the good ones.
I think everybody in the wrestling community, performer, promoter, uh, owners, fans, we're all behind this kid. I wish him well, man, and he's going to get a great education in the ring. He's going to get a great education out of the ring. I'm just glad that he's got the opportunity to do what he wants and still feel connected to his dad. That's awesome.
Fuck yeah, man.
You and I are fathers, and that's just amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and we've been around. We've lost friends of ours who had kids and seen how it affected their kids and how their kids struggled to who wanted desperately to have a connection to their father, their past, and it's a really strong thing. It's whatever that kid wants to do, he should do it. He should go after it. Brody would be proud, I'm sure, either way.
Absolutely.
But he caught a quick roll up in that match. That little video clip, he caught a quick roll up. That's why if you see in the video I put in the notes, you see he's getting pointed at. That was a quick roll up. He almost got a 1-2-3 right before that.
Man, yeah, good job, buddy. Good job.
So also on our news and notes, I sent this to you a while back. Let's recap here. Focus Pro Wrestling, one of our favorite promotions. We've talked about it numerous times. John is a huge Brian Bayside mark.
Love him.
I am also, but I'm also a huge Monty Aries mark. I'm a big fan of Monty and Monty Aries, and also other performers that are, of course, Stan Styles. John and I are huge Stan Styles guys. We're going to hear a promo from Stan a little later for another show, but they do a great job up there, and I watch their events on IWTV every month. Usually live, but sometimes a couple days later. They do a lot of intergender matches. I don't know if that's going to be changing soon because, as John and I discussed last week, they have announced a women's title tournament. They have a male champion, Monty, and then they've announced a women's title tournament. So it may be that Focus Pro Wrestling is going to be moving out of the intergender section of the Indie Wrestling Experience rankings and into the men and women sections, which is awesome and good for them either way, whatever they like to do. We are going to have Evan from Focus Pro on the show. That rhymed. He is going to be on the show next week. Yes, next week. To talk about their event called All the Way Up, which takes place on July 13th. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't get my damn screen. I want to make sure I got the venue correct. Great American Beer Hall on Mystic Avenue in Medford, Massachusetts. Bell time is 3 p.m. And the reason that I'm talking about it right now, other than to preview Evan's appearance next week and the following Sunday, our live watch-along, John, of Focus Pro. Very much looking forward to doing a live watch along. I hope all of you will join us. I believe we're going to do that on YouTube. So I'm going to get the details to you guys next week, but it should be a live watch along on YouTube. I need to make sure I get all the permissions for whatever video we might show or stream a shot of the screen. Or it's the first time we've done this, guys. So I'm going to see what I can figure out to make sure that this is all lined up, but we're very excited about it. John, let me announce this first. So they've announced several matches, and we talked about a couple last week, but the announcement that we got this week was they have announced Effie will be there. GCW World Champion Effie taking on John's boy, Brian Bayside. We already know who's going to win, but dude,
awesome.
isn't that going to be awesome?
That's going to be a great match, man.
Effie's
Can't
gonna
wait to,
kill you.
dude. That and the outfits, the ring
Oh,
gear is guaranteed to be fire.
yes. That match is gonna be, that might be the most fun match on the card when it's all said and done. In fact, I think it'll be hard to find another one. Um, but yeah, so um, we're gonna do this live stream starting at probably 2:45, I guess, before bell time. But John, I might have backed myself into a corner here a little bit because Lauren and I will be in Texas from the 9th through the
Uh-oh.
13th for, among other things, all in Texas. We just got seats on the field. So we're ready to go for that. But we'll be flying back the morning of the 13th. Our flight leaves Dallas at 6 a.m. Central. We'll be back here at 10 Eastern, and then the 2 hour drive home noon, and then I'll have 2.5 hours to take a quick nap, and then it's time for Focus Pro, man. It's going to be a hell of a wrestling week. We
Hey,
are,
man, that's awesome.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So right now, the plan is to do Dynamite Wednesday, Collision Thursday, then House of Glory on Friday. We got front row for House of Glory, and
Oh
then
man,
All
great.
In. Yeah. And they just announced Indy Hartwell is going to be defending the women's championship for House of Glory against Hyann at that show. So
Hmm.
we're off to a hell of a start.
You know I'm in. Just say I'm an indie mark, so love me some Indy Hartwell.
No doubt, man. The original indie wrestling, right?
That's right.
Um, but anyway, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the watch along. I'm not canceling it. I'm not doing anything. We're doing this damn thing. I'm telling you that right now. It's just
Man,
I'll be a little tired.
hey, Bob is an Iron Man. Bret Hart's got nothing on you, brother.
Yeah, that's definitely what they say. That's definitely the word on the street. Oh shit! Look at this. They just announced Zilla Fatu for that House of Glory Texas show. Zilla Fatu versus the brand new House of Glory champion Charles Mason, title for title in Texas. That's going to be
Doggy.
one hell of a match.
Hey man, any chance anybody that gets in there with Zilla's got my respect, man. That dude is a monster.
He is. He is. Um, and he's another guy. We talk about charisma for days. That's Zilla Fatu for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Dude,
Yeah.
that whole family, man, it's ridiculous. I know they you got the bloodline and you got the storyline stuff, but real talk, I mean, that you just talk about a talented just family. It really is just a family full of performers, and they are all great, man. They all bring something different, and it's so good.
Listen, John. John is putting over the Fatus heavily right now,
Oh,
and it's good
hey, man.
because Bob's about to put over the Fatus, a different Fatu here in about 15, 20 minutes, guys.
Oh,
Because
I wonder if I knew that. I wonder if I was setting you up
I wonder if
because
I wonder if I made him. I wonder if I made enough notes about it this week. I'm like, I wonder if
dude, it was great. It was great.
it was great. We're gonna get to that reason in a minute. The Fatu I'm gonna put over very soon. The next thing I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about in the news and notes. This is an interesting thing, man. I
Hmm.
am, I started doing this blog, and it's changed a lot in 4 years. This entire mission has changed a lot for me. It started out as just me on the road, going to indie wrestling shows, and really just writing them up more for the fact that I wanted to have a diary of the places I went. I mean, if you think about all the places, all the shows that we saw before 2021 in our lives, from the time we were small all the way up, I wish I had a record of all of those. I wish I had. I see people on Facebook and Instagram now posting those old school WWF programs from the live shows, 1989 or whatever, and it would have the card and Big John Studd against Andre, and they would circle the winners and make little notes, and they had Polaroids they took, and I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have. I mean, I have my memories, but that's it. So I started wanting to document this and also promote the indie scene. I was really getting into the indies. They were growing and growing, and they still are very popular, very on the radar. And I wanted to help put over the independent scene if I could. But when I started this thing, I said one day, if I could, if this platform puts over indie wrestling stars or promotions, I'll be very, very content with myself. Well, 4 years later, I'm not writing as much. I would talk to Samson a couple of weeks ago, jokingly, half jokingly, about buying a wrestling ring. And I wouldn't be the first podcast guy to think about running a wrestling event one day. Like that's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm not unique. We all thought about it. Now, me personally, before we even talk about what's coming up or what this is about, the idea of running a wrestling show to me seems like way too much headache. What do you think?
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but for certain people, absolutely. I may know one of those type of people.
I do too. Um, and that's the thing is that those folks who do that, they have to have a certain personality. You have to be able to connect with people and keep people happy. There's a lot of things going on in personality to be able to run a wrestling show. Not to mention the financial resources and all that other shit. But you got to have a certain personality to be able to do it. I don't think I've got it, so I don't know that I'll ever actually run a wrestling event. Um, I'd be more likely. I think John and I agree. I think we'd be more likely to sponsor, have our name on a wrestling event one day somehow, rather than actually
Agreed.
run it.
Agreed.
That's as far as that dream goes. But there are a lot of people who want to run wrestling shows. If you're in this podcast game long enough, John, how long is our list? I mean, we keep adding to all the wrestling we see. Of course, you're going to want to take a shot at it.
Right.
So, Ray Sanchez is the guy. He's the guy from the RTC Pod. That's their handle on Instagram, but it's the Respect the Craft podcast. I've been seeing his stuff for a while. I follow him on Instagram, his podcast. He's got tons of really good guests, and he seems to have been doing a really good thing, a really good job for what seems to be 10 years now, I think he said. Um, so Mr. Sanchez decides he wants to run a show called Respect. His podcast is Respect the Craft, so that's well branded. Um, and I was really excited for him. And as he's setting this up, like I'm kind of watching it on Instagram because I'm really excited about it and how he's going to do. And then I start seeing the matches that he's posting, and I'm trying to pull it up now. I should have had it up before because I wanted to give you an idea of how crazy this card looks that this guy's putting together. Where's this link tree? Let's see. So, well, that's pulling up. Let's see. Here we go. So this show he was going to run was going to be in Ridgefield Park at the Mecca. Any of you wrestling folks in New Jersey or on the East Coast, you probably know about the Mecca in Ridgefield Park. It's a fun, it's a fine venue. It's real well known. Very hard to park at because it's in the middle of a freaking neighborhood. But the Mecca's a well known place, and the show was going to be the day before my birthday, July 19th. It still is. Sorry, it still is. Don't get me wrong. But the matches he's got on here, the Brooklyn Outlaw, Donovan, taking on the Allfather, Darius Carter. Valentina Vasquez versus Janai Kai. Andrew Paulino versus WWE ID prospect Jackson Drake. Sammy Chaos versus Gabby Forza, John.
Two of our favorites, man, for sure.
No doubt. And I'm going through here to see if there's I feel like there's another. Oh, here we go. Yes, Anthony Gangone, who we're going to get to in a second, versus Bear Bronson.
Nice.
And let's see. Is there any other ones on here? Let's see. Did I miss any of the ones that were? Oh, it's a four-corner tag he's got here. Let's see. Four-corner tag is Project Mayhem versus Skull and Bones versus Uptown Boys versus Six City Rings. I think I got all of them. Anyway, Stat card, right? Sounds awesome, doesn't it?
Right. Sounds very good.
If we weren't going to be at the Shame Shamrock Cup that day, we might be making a
We
trip up
might.
there for that show.
I absolutely agree.
Um, but then Mr. Sanchez starts running into some problems, and I don't want anybody to think that I am initially just jumping on one side versus the other. I don't know the whole story, but I know some things after I read this. So Ray posts on Instagram a couple of days ago that he's feeling tired because ever since he announced the show Respect, he says the true sides have come out from those I considered peers. For the better part of a decade, I've helped countless promotions and never once burned a bridge on my end. But to see how starting this show Respect has burned so many bridges and how so much that I've helped along the way, now they show me that I'm just the competition. It's insane. It's disheartening. He goes on to say, after giving the better part of a decade to this craft and this industry I love, to just hear, oh, look, another podcaster trying to play promoter. And that's one of the nicer things I've heard. I won't repeat the multiple attempts to get my content reported and all sorts of other things. I think someone commented as well, something to the effect of, yeah, not to mention telling you your relatives were dead or something like that. Like, this is, I don't know what's happened with him. Yeah, it's Anthony Gangon. Here it is. Here's the not to mention telling your friends that you passed away. So what Ray's saying here is he goes to start this show, and all these people, he's alleging that all these people in the East Coast, I guess Jersey scene, who he covered for years, had on his podcast. He's saying he's now getting backlash. His content is getting reported. People are being mean to him that were nice to him, that he put over free of charge for many years. That's what he's saying. I don't know. Again, I'm not taking sides because as a lawyer, I know there's two sides to every story. However, what I do know is that Anthony Gangon responded, or he posted he shared that post and made comments on it. I think it was earlier today. It might have been yesterday. And let's see, where is it? Here we go. He shared Ray's tweet on Facebook, and he said, not to mention telling friends in a legitimate manner that you died. You would be surprised who's doing this, but of course I'm not. Wolves in sheep's clothing.
Wow.
So Ray makes the post. He tags Anthony Gangon as one of his biggest supporters who's on the show. Anthony backs him up, says they're wolves in sheep's clothing. The other thing I know is that I've not seen anybody respond in favor of the other side. So if the other side isn't publicly talking and these guys are happy to tell their story, and someone like Anthony Gangon, who's a known name in the wrestling business, is willing to put his name out there and say, hey, this is really happening, it makes me think that there's at least a decent amount of truth to what's happening. And after my long preamble here, it makes me think, one, as the indie wrestling experience, how we will we adjust how we handle ourselves, or will we have to put things in, protect ourselves more, or be more careful about the friends that we make in this business? But also for Ray and for the Respect the Craft podcast and his show, we've heard this before from other people. It's not, that's why I'm bringing this up. If this was just one guy out here on Instagram, making all sorts of claims, and it's the first time I'd ever seen anything like this, I might have just passed by it. But John, you and I have had off air conversations with real people who have said this is happening to them in other places, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I've been talking for a long time about this. You read the story. Like, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, just what are you thinking?
Like I said, man, you had it perfect. There's two sides to every story. So all you can do is have your reaction, have your feeling based off the information you have at hand. I like I'm hearing a lot more from one side than the other. Not saying one way or the other, which, what direction the wind blows, but like you said, Ray is not somebody that's an unknown. He's not just some random guy. I mean, Ray has been around for a long time. dude, you can't speculate as to what led to what, or I've never heard anything bad said about Ray. Everybody seems to love this guy. I know he's done a lot of good work and a lot of, done a lot of good things for a lot of people over the years. It's hard to see, that guy, take these hits like this, man. I mean, just listen, all you gotta do is read it and you can hear the hurt in his heart.
Yes.
And it's, you can tell he's been 100% blindsided by it. And that's terrible, man. Like you said, this is something, a dream he's obviously had. He's wanted to, man, I've just like you and I were just talking, a few minutes ago, maybe one day, maybe one day. Well, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to do it. And instead of the pats on the back that I think he, rightfully would have assumed that, friends and acquaintances would have given him, and that's not what he was met with. And like I said, man, I feel for him, man. Like you said, you could hear it, and that hurts me.
Yeah.
That somebody's dream is getting stepped on, and I hate to hear it. I wish there was, more we could do, you could do, I could do, he could do, they could do, squash the beef, whatever. I hate for somebody to give up on something they want because they've got a hater. I hope he pushes through. I hope he just decides to go for it, man. I really do.
Me too. Me too. Look, there's never enough wrestling. This card looks stacked. This guy's got credibility in the industry. He knows a lot of folks. And
absolutely,
like I said, and let's juxtapose it like this. There are many. Since we started this podcast 6 months ago, we have heard of promoters doing shady things, promoters not doing things above board, promoters who don't follow through on their promises, cards that get canceled, cards that get whatever. Like this is not, I mean, that happens all the time in the world of independent wrestling for various reasons. So to see this guy out here wanting to put on this show, wanting to do a good job for everybody, wanting to do things the right way, and not hearing any of the negative chatter. That's kind of the point. Like all these things that we see, John, when these promoters cancel these shows, or they kick it in over their heads, or that they don't follow through on their promises. You hear people talking, oh yeah, I knew that guy was a snake. I knew that guy was a liar. I never got paid when I worked for him. I've heard zero negative things about Ray Sanchez.
No,
so
agreed.
That again, that's another thing. Again, there's always two sides to every story, and as a lawyer, I know until you hear all the facts, blah blah blah. But I don't see any of the normal red flags that accompany these kind of things when it's the guy's fault.
Right.
So again, because of that, and because like I said, the language it hurt my heart too, man.
Yeah. Well, you can hear you can hear the hurt in his words, man. And you not only can you hear it, you can feel it. Because like I said, man, it's a dream. It's something he's reaching for. He took the leap. That's a leap, which is already scary enough. And then I just hate to see it, man. Like I said, Ray, we're rooting for you, man. We hope you do what you want to do. You follow your heart, and man, I would love to see a great show from you, man. We really would.
Yeah, me too. And I'm going to say this, it'd probably be more professional of me if I reached out to them first and then said something like this on the podcast. But I'll just say it. I'll reach out to them. It's very soon. But Anthony Gangone, Ray Sanchez, you have an open invitation to come on the podcast, on our podcast. And I know you have your own broadcast channel to the world. But if you want to reach out on another one, and you want to come on and talk about it with us, we would be thrilled to have you on here. We would love to promote your show in July and talk about any of this stuff. So I'll reach out to those guys. But if you hear this, Anthony Gangone and Ray Sanchez, you have an open invitation to come on the show. We would love to have you. In the meantime, I think we're going to come back to this topic, John, in a larger sense. I think we're going to do a show, or if nothing else, a segment on this kind of behavior in wrestling by promotions. And look, competition in business has been dirty for centuries. You know what I mean? For a very long time, people have been undercutting their competitors, and some people cut the power to a building or do whatever. I mean, this is not it's not isolated to the wrestling business. And, so there's a portion of that there too. Competitors be competitors, and competitors have been known to do really nasty shit to their competitors in the spirit of that competition. And it sucks, but, and I don't condone it, but it's been part of business. It's kind of like when you get into business, you should be expecting that that's a possibility. So that part of it is one thing, but at the same time, this like deluge of, I got a dictionary too. This deluge of negative of negativity, trying to bring the guy down, reporting his content. Dude, come on. That guy's built a Facebook page and Instagram social media presence for years, and you're gonna try to destroy it over an event in Ridgefield Park? Come on, dude. Like,
Right. It's a labor of love that Ray's putting out there, and that's what he's not starting up a rival promotion. He's not, he's not starting up the next AEW. He's trying to do something that he's had a dream of doing for forever. It's just doesn't make you feel good, not at all.
yeah, and I'm gonna actually steal Chad Minnis. Chad Minnis is was a promoter standalone wrestling, but I don't know that he's running anymore. He's helping promote GCW. He was helping promote Rob Black's, what was it, XPW when it came back.
Yeah.
And so he's been around the scene a lot. I see him all the time, and he posted earlier. I want to see if I can find it because it was just funny the way he put it, but it lines up with what we're saying here in that. Yeah, there are 896 promotions or independent wrestling companies in New Jersey. Like, I don't know that that's the exact number, but my point is, so what if he's starting a wrestling promotion? Do you know how many promotions run out of the Mecca already? Like, you going to eliminate him? You got 35 others that run just that building. Like, are you bringing them all down? Because more are going to appear, dude. Unless your company has so much reach that you're going to monopolize New Jersey, which good luck monopolizing the wrestling scene in New Jersey. But unless you're going to do that, what are you accomplishing?
Right. Like I said, man, it reeks of sour grapes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Here you got a guy that's got a name, that's got a lot of love built up in the industry, man, in the fandom, in the locker rooms, everywhere else that he spent, like you said, all this time cultivating. It's a show, bro. He's putting on one show.
Yeah.
Does that lead to two? Hopefully, man. Hopefully it leads to two, leads to four, leads to 6, 8, 10, 12. And then he's off and running, and it's an annual thing for him. Man, you hate to see somebody get stopped in their tracks like that, man. So
yeah. I wouldn't want anybody stopping us in our tracks. I mean, that's another part of it too, is that
I mean
I want to go out there and cover independent wrestling and put it over, and I don't want to do it cynically. I don't want to go out there and think, okay, here's my next guest today, or here's the next promotion we're going to. How are they going to screw us? I don't want to be jaded already. And this kind of stuff can make you that way. And that's,
well, we don't want that. And we don't want, I mean, hey man, if there are other podcasters out there, bigger than us, smaller than us, newer, older, younger, whatever, I'm happy to talk to any and every one of them, man. Help you get your name out there, help you do your thing. I wouldn't want anybody to actively, try to impede us from doing what we want to do. Just like dude, that's just not you and I to do anything to smack talk on anybody else. It's we're all here to lend a hand, man. We're all, at the end of the day, we're all fans of this great medium. This wonderful show, this wonderful art, man. Lend a hand, man. Congratulate. You don't have to hate. Just it's terrible, man.
I like that. Congratulate. You don't have to hate.
That's right.
Oh,
man.
That's it. That's it, bro. Well, with that said, let me transition here. We've been going for an hour. We haven't got past the news and notes, brother. But let me go. Okay, yeah. So I've got our ANDNEW champions of the week. John, have you seen? I'm very proud of them. Have you seen my posts with the new champions?
I have, man. They're looking slick, bro.
Trying to improve them every week, man. Trying to make them look good.
Now they look real good.
But yeah, listen, guys, we do this segment every week because there are, you know, the title is just a prop. Okay, fine. But when a promotion puts a title on you, it still says something about you, and it's still an achievement for you.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're wrestling at a bingo hall in Oklahoma or if you're wrestling at the Mecca in New Jersey or if you're where you're wrestling. It's a big deal for you. John and I talked about a couple of weeks ago when I was at the 2300, saw Brian Idol win the TV title, and his family was at the ramp congratulating him. That's a big moment, right?
Yep.
So I want to highlight that. I want people to know who got crowned champion in the last week. I want them to get their flowers, and I like to post it on
Absolutely.
and I'm posting it on social now so that everybody can see it. Um, so anyway, so that's the point of that. I'm just kind of throwing this out there now. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little wrapped up from the last segment, but we want to put people over here, I guess is the point. And we're here to put people
Yes,
over.
absolutely.
If you want to get put over, if you are a promotion who just crowned a new champion, please email me, indiewrestlingexperience@gmail.com. Let me know. I will put it on our list. I will shout them out. If you're a performer who won a title, same thing. Just shoot me a message, whatever. I don't care. On Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, man. We want to give you your props. Absolutely. You've
Absolutely.
achieved it. You've earned it, man. You deserve the accolades. Let's give them to you.
No doubt, no doubt. And that's so, as I say that, let's get into our and new champions of the week. We've got a few, John, some folks that you know. I don't know if you looked through the list yet or if we're doing this fresh,
I'm doing it
but
fresh, cold turkey, brother.
I love it. I like the reactions better that way anyway. We're going to start at Mid States Wrestling, who, by the way, John, is going to debut on the Indie Wrestling Experience rankings this
All
month,
right.
July, coming up. They will be
Nice.
one of
Congratulations.
Yeah, right. You just made the list. um, and I was gonna, what the hell was I gonna say about that? I had it in my head. Oh, the I lost it again, man. Uh, New States Wrestling, the new champions. I don't know. I guess I'll come back to it. Um,
It'll hit us.
but yeah, so out of Mid States Wrestling, who will be appearing on the rankings this month, Scott Hansen was crowned the heavyweight champion after winning a fatal four-way. So congratulations to him. Um, Out at Hope Wrestling Ministries, which I did not know was a thing. I had not heard of them until just the other day. Very happy to learn about them. Looking to go out and check them out, especially considering the fact that they crowned a really cool champion this week. The Fry Daddy won a triple threat to win the vacant Sellers Law Firm Championship. John, I'm having ideas. Ideas are happening.
Listen, do not walk into your office wearing a title. Don't
Yo,
do it, Bob.
listen to me. I'd said it. I've been saying it forever. I need entrance music for when I get to work. And and if you made me choose a theme already, it would be Finn Balor's old theme. I would walk in and I'd be like, like it would be the whole world would know how glorious it was that I was in the building. Um,
Oh my gosh.
so if I
What's
could get
wrong
a
with this guy?
shameless plug for my law firm, but if I could get a Dorsey Law Firm championship made, put it right next to the Indie Wrestling Experience Podcast Championship, boy, I'll feel accomplished one day for sure.
Ooh,
Uh,
we.
but yeah, Fry Daddy's also a cool. I'm gonna check them out. Hope Wrestling Ministries. I am here for them. I'm gonna check them out. Um, Deadlock Pro is another one that is already currently ranked on the Indie Wrestling Experience rankings. And this week, Nicole Matthews won the Deadlock Pro Women's Championship, defeating a fairly well-known name in Danny Luna.
Absolutely.
At the International Wrestling Cartel, John, the very first promotion that I ever reviewed, the very first show I ever went to and wrote up was out in Pittsburgh for IWC. They crowned two new champions this week. It's been a long time coming Bill Collier had been heavyweight champion for 931 days,
Wow. Whew.
ranked as high as number 2 in the Indie Wrestling Experience overall rankings at one point. He has been defeated. Duke Davis of TME, formerly the Main Event. Duke Davis in a steel cage wins the heavyweight title. He is your new IWC champion. Boy, that's been brewing for 9 months with those two. So
Wow.
yeah. And on that same show, the fraternity. Oh
Congratulations.
yeah, seriously, Duke, no doubt, man. We're big fans, and TME of
Yes.
you. So happy, man. The Duke Davis era, let it begin.
Hey, man. And listen, all props to Bill Collier, man. That is an epic run. So, hey, man,
Agreed.
congrats. And you were the man.
Oh, no doubt, man. Yes, absolutely. The outgoing champion, boy. Big flowers to Bill Collier. That guy is he's a beast. And if you've ever seen him work, he's fantastic in the ring. He's a great heel. So he ain't going nowhere. He gonna be around for a while. In fact, he might
Yes,
win his belt
sir.
back.
Possible.
On that same show, the Foundation defeated the Fraternity, who just got back together a couple of months ago and won the tag titles. They have been dethroned. Foundation are your new IWC Tag Team Champions. At Texas All Star Wrestling (TASW), two new champions crowned. One really cool title. The Great Bodie is your new cruiserweight champion, defeating Johannes Joseph. And Estrella Galactica defeated Cam Rockwell and Jesse Logan in a triple threat to become the Comic Palooza Dragon Champion. Another goal of mine, life goal, to become the Comic Palooza Dragon Champion, bro.
I am going to be Googling that title because I need to see that strap, man.
Then we need to get Lauren on here to give her opinion on it.
Oh man, I don't know that we're ready for that.
Oh my God. Let's see. While John's looking up that Comic Palooza Dragon title belt, we had Madhouse Wrestling. Darren Corbin won the heavyweight title from Solomon Tupu, two guys that are on our rankings in many other places: Freelance Wrestling, Chicago Style, AAW. I think Dream.
Absolutely.
I think those guys are.
Love Solomon Tupu, man.
Mhm. Another great name, a person I wasn't aware of, Sunshine Pro Wrestling, crowned a new women's champion in Gina Sequa. She won a triple threat against, and won the belt from the old champion Lexi Gomez. I believe Clara Carter was the other woman in that match. Congrats to Gina Sequa. Another equally cool name, Sue Nami, won the SECW Women's Championship. From Jasmine. Let's see. Midwest All Pro. There were two title changes last week. Ringo won the world championship from El Mayor Icono. And then, three title changes. Then El Mayor Icono won the Mesoamerican championship later that day. And another great title. Jameson McGregor at the Tacos and Tequila Festival for Midwest All Pro became the Tacos and Tequila Festival champion. I don't know if he's got to defend that more than once a year, but I don't care. I love it.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
Wouldn't mind going to Midwest All Pro, and also wouldn't mind going to the Taco and Tequila Festival next year. So maybe that's a trip. So another promotion we are happy to highlight every month, as Summit Pro. They crowned a new high elevation champion in a fatal five-way. Austin Blaze defeated four others, including former champion Edris Wolf, to become the new Summit Pro high elevation champion. We just talked about this last week, John. Brew City Wrestling, my guy, Yeti Henderson, fell to dysfunction
Oh no.
and lost the Brew City Wrestling Elks Lodge 400 championship. When reached for comment, I believe Yeti said something like, "Arr!" uh, up at Main Ring Wars. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Wow. You know I'm
Oh,
gonna make you pull that out live, right?
not in front of Yeti though. Actually, maybe he'll talk to me that way. Up at Main Ring Wars, another
Oh,
promotion that I'm not too in. I haven't gotten too far into. But Chad Casanova won their interpromotional championship, and I like this because of the name of the tournament. I had to double check it before I said it wrong. Being a '90s kid or an '80s kid and a '90s kid, so Chad Casanova wins the interpromotional title in a match also involving Joey Nails and Calvin Strange. The title had been vacant. They had a saved by the belt tournament to crown
okay.
that new champion. Not saved by the bell, but it was enough to catch my attention.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm down, man.
You know, there was a point where my mom said I looked like Zach Morris, right? When I was in high school. Do you buy that at all?
Listen, your mom loves you.
That's
She does.
exact. She tells me all the time
We
how wonderful I am.
we all know you were a screech, so it's okay, buddy.
I was. No. Nothing
You went through your Kelly Kapowski phase. Let's go, buddy.
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the Kelly
Ooh,
Kapowski
no,
phase.
sir.
No, I
No,
was.
sir. We all went through that phase, son.
That's true. That's true. Um, what was I going to say about Save by the Bell? Shoot, now I lost it. Oh, um, I was thinking about them today because when I posted the breaking news post on Instagram, I don't know if you
Uh,
can listen to the music, but I clicked. I'm so excited behind it uh, for the breaking news post, and it made me think of Jesse singing. I'm so excited, falling down
oh
on
my
caffeine
God.
pills on the bed.
Hey, man. All our shows back in the day had the drug episode, did they not?
Every one of them.
Dude, and the fact that that's all you had to say is, Jesse singing I'm so excited. Everybody our age group knows exactly what show, what episode, and what was going on.
100%,
So,
100%, man.
absolutely.
Yes, the dangers of caffeine pills, boys and girls.
Yes, sir.
It's a ever-present danger. Let's
You
see.
gotta take care of yourself, people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, over at Chaos, KAOS, two new champions crowned this past week as Alex Weir became your digital media champion, defeating Chase Burnett, and Mark Ross became your pure Michigan champion, defeating Zach Thomas. Um, pure Michigan championship. My kids live out in Michigan. We got to get Lauren a shot at that belt.
Uh, she would redesign it. First thing.
First thing.
So she would have opinions on it. Second thing. Third thing is it would be fabulous.
No question it would be.
That belt would be for a baddie.
Oh shit. She's gonna laugh when she hears you call out baddies. That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh my god, she wasn't kidding last week, man. She was serious business about who was a baddie and who wasn't.
Yeah, she was. Love it.
Oh man. All right. So I've got before we get to the part of this show that John's been waiting an hour and a half for, four more. Anthony Toatel is your new era wrestling champion. He defeated Eric Surge from OVW. That's a big boy. That's a big win for Anthony Toatel.
Yes, it is.
Eric Surge, who I believe was ranked sixth or seventh overall in my rankings, unfortunately, is going to take a tumble this month. But Anthony Toatel's stock is rising. Congratulations to him.
Yes, absolutely.
No, this is another set of champions that we're kind of sad about here, John. CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, crowned new tag team champions over the weekend. Rivality defeated post game. Miami Mike Walker and Vinny Talata have lost one of their titles.
Man, Miami Mike's having a rough time, man. British is going to be very upset.
Yep. Hey, well, listen, the good thing for Miami Mike, as well as Brad Baylor and Matt Riddle, apparently, she's going to kill me for this.
Mm-hmm.
But, my oldest daughter apparently thinks they're baddies. So, they got a little support.
Anna, that was your dad. That was not me.
He's
Mr.
not.
John said nothing.
You notice how long that pause was? He was like, "I'm not going to get Anna. I'm not going to. No, I don't want to do that." Oh shit.
I've met Anna. I know better than to cross Anna.
Me too. Um, two more that John is going to know for sure. One that John, we are going. Look, Rad Pro Wrestling is on the radar. We're going to get to it. I
Yes.
keep mentioning it. 90s theme. They run like seasons. They've all got alternate 90s names. It is just so much fun. They crown a new champion, formerly the #1 ranked intergender wrestler on the Indie Wrestling Experience rankings. Channing Thomas, known at Rad Pro Wrestling as Angelo Intellect, has fallen.
Hello, intellect.
He was defeated by CJ Cruz with 2 Z's, better known to the rest of us in the current time as Mortar, a guy that, John, we talked about before. People have been urging me to see Mortar. Put Mortar in my rankings. Well, Mortar's about to be in my rankings now. He's about to jump to the top, close to the top, because he is the new Rad Pro Wrestling champion. And
man, congratulations, Mortar. And here we go.
I know. I knew you saw it. Because John's such a Drake Younger mark. No. Ruthless Pro Wrestling over the weekend crowned a new Rust Belt champion. Drake Younger, former WWE referee, falls to John's boy, Lil Sicko. Congratulations, Lil Sicko.
Lil Sicko, my man. Whew. That's a bad dude.
Yep.
Congratulations.
It is. And those guys are your ANDNEW champions of the week. Damn, John, we've been going a while. All right. But I don't want, this is your moment. Now, we've been calling it the YouTube recommendation. We're still going to be recommending things on YouTube. That was part of what I was going to say earlier, John, the branding.
Yep.
So I threw the abbreviation at you. You didn't immediately recognize it. So I said, you know what? Let's start making people aware, because Indie Wrestling Experience is a long name. I'm sure nobody wants to say it every single time. I sure don't. So the branding IWX is going to start appearing for Indie Wrestling Experience. We will be IWX. If you look at the logo, there is an X on it. So that's where we're headed for Indie Wrestling Experience.
Nice.
IWX. We're going to have there are going to be IWXs everywhere soon. I'm going to try to transition it so everybody knows. It's easier for me to say. And, well, based on what we said earlier, this might not be a good idea, but if I ever want to run shows, IWX, not bad. That's it. That's the promotion, guys. Indie Wrestling Experience, IWX.
Got a ring to it. I like it.
Now we need to get a ring. A ring. We got to get a ring.
A ring.
A 20 by 20. Where's Samson?
We going 4 by 4? We going 6? What are we doing?
We're going 20 by 20, boys.
Oh shoot. Have to get me some big blue steel cage just to have out back, just in case we need it.
Oh, that would be awesome. The big blue steel cage. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh.
I'm so excited. Oh, sorry. But here we go, John. So part of this new branding, IWX, remember it. I'll say it a bunch more times now. I'm going to keep saying it, IWX. But part of that rebranding is rebranding the YouTube recommendation segment of the program to IWX. Watch this. And the reason we're doing that, my little dramatic entry read on, I'll probably get a soundbite or something for it later. But the reason we're doing it is because, at some point, maybe we want to recommend some stuff that's not on YouTube.
Possible.
Right? There's gems all over the place that people don't find. That's the point of this, right? Is we're finding hidden stuff, hidden gems.
Hey man, we're out there turning over the rocks and picking up the the divots in the dirt, trying to find all the cool stuff because it is everywhere.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I was talking about at the very beginning of the show. We're still finding wrestling. I started this podcast finding wrestling by driving, boots on the ground, driving out to places. The mission has changed. The way we do things has changed. We've added rankings. We've added an IWTV in chronological order on my website for some reason. We've added, I mean, the podcast, we've got social, we're everywhere now, and there's a lot of things going on. So I started out finding wrestling. John is now with me. We are still finding wrestling, one promotion
Hey, man.
at a time, man. And that's the goal.
Absolutely. And hey, coming soon, you guys, we're gonna be you're gonna be able to start finding us live. So, you can't get away from us. So we're gonna talk to you about wrestling sometimes, whether you want us to or not.
Facts. Facts, guys. Facts. So, all right. So for the first IWX Watch This branded segment, John, you picked it out. Tell us what we got here.
Dude, so just flipping through YouTube and you get the stuff in your feed and things pop up and Mr. Bob here has really got me into the death match wrestling. Something I didn't know if I would like it or not, and I've really kind of fallen in love. And this show popped up, and it had just a name that caught me. SVN, Love Don't Live Here, and clicked on it, and from Bob, you and I are going to talk about this. The first 30 seconds, I was sold, and there may be a reason for that, and I didn't realize who I was watching. But if you could take a second and explain what caught me, because you knew exactly what it was as soon as I said it.
Bro, Larry Legend. Guys, if you don't know about Larry Legend, the ring announcer, he has been around forever. You can go back, John. I'm going to tell you this right now. Go back. Actually, I might know a place where you might have access to this video, unfettered access to this video. But if you go back and watch some of the old Dragon Gate USA.
Oh,
I believe that's where I saw him. I don't want to be wrong. Dragon Gate USA, Johnny Gargano shows. I'm talking like Larry Legend's doing the ring announcing, guys. So Larry Legend has been around in big spots for a very long time. My statement on ring announcers, of course, I don't know how many other people out there are crazy enough to have a list in their head of the Mount Rushmore of indie wrestling ring announcers. But if you are like me and you actually thought about ring announcers, you thought about it think about the scene that much that you got favorite belts, you got favorite ring announcers, you got favorite whatever. If Larry Legend is not on your Mount Rushmore of indie wrestling ring announcers, you are incorrect.
Dude, he absolutely blew me away. Just his voice, his presence, the appearance. Dude, I got old 80s Slick Rick vibes. He is absolutely amazing. If not the best, one of the best ring announcers I've ever seen in anything that I've watched. It hooked me like that. And you and I, we've talked about it before. Listeners know I'm a stickler for the presentation, man. The audio, how do things look? How crisp? How clean? These guys at SVN are doing just the most amazing shows, dude. I can't wait to get into this with you.
No, let's get into it. But first of all, let me say this about Larry. I am certainly going to tag Larry Legend in our podcast post so that he knows how highly we think of him. But also, I am hoping, because I see Larry at the MCW shows frequently. And I've said hi to Larry a few times. I've never had a long conversation with him. He probably wouldn't recognize me if I saw him, but I do know that he's always around. He's always putting people over. And that's a big thing for me too. When he's not the ring announcer, he's behind me in the crowd and he's putting people over, trying to get chants going or trying to yell this or yell that. He's a wrestling scene guy. He's about putting people over and making people look good from in the ring, the way he announces them, to just standing out as a spectator trying to get chants started. Big fan of his, but awesome. We will be at the Shamrock Cup. John and I, along with Lauren and British, we will be at the Shamrock Cup. And Larry, if you hear this and you just remember that we will be looking for you. I'm going to come say hello for a minute because we're big fans. And John and I'll come say hi.
Just want to shake your hand, man, and thank you for just what you do, man. Because like I said, goosebumps, just awesome. 30 seconds in, you were my favorite part. You absolutely my favorite part of that whole show was Larry Legend.
Yep.
I mean, how many times are you gonna say that? And you know what? That show was freaking stacked.
Yes.
Those matches were amazing. All the performers were awesome, and Larry Legend was my guy for that show.
100%.
If I could just tell him thank you, dude, like milestone made right there, man.
Look, and I'm going to try not to butcher this because we do have respect for Larry. But with that said, John, let's get to our first fucking fight.
Yes.
Journey Fatu versus Masada kicks the show off. What the John, this match was sick.
Welcome to initiation of Journey Fatu. If you do not know who this bad Mamba Jamba is, another one in the long list of the Fatu family. Oh my God. He is an absolute monster, and Masada, he's right up there with him. This match was brutal. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where to go. I mean, there were some spots in this that I just, made me cringe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. Part of the thing with this match was I didn't think, and I made a note about it, I didn't think that we got to see the full Masada offense. I feel like he was on defense more of the match than I maybe wanted him to be I mean, if I was looking for an expo of Masada, this probably wasn't necessarily it. He didn't get as many moments here as Journey did.
Agreed, but I think when you're in there with Journey Fatu, I don't know how much opportunity for offense you have.
That's true,
dude. If what is the saying? You don't beat Journey Fatu, you survive Journey Fatu.
Yes,
and Masada survived them, but did it take a toll?
Now, I disagree with you on one thing because you said, when do you get a chance to get in your offense? Bro, this dude, Journey, is up here dancing and strutting like Ric Flair, like within the first 60 seconds of this match when Masada's fresh. And then 30 seconds later, I hear fans yelling, both these guys. And Fatu takes a second turn, so he's like, fuck you with both these guys. What the, like, that shit is, oh my God, so good. He had me hooked already.
Dude, oh my God. And then, just what was the spot? Journey drank a beer, got a beer from the crowd, right? And just bust this bottle right over Masada's head. It was like, oh, that's not a gimmick bottle. Oh my God. It didn't surprise me to see him hit him with a bottle. Surprised me that it was not a gimmick bottle.
Yeah.
These guys are, listen, they are all in on what they're doing, man. And I was there for it. It was great. Man, just the fighting in the crowd, out into the ring, out of the crowd.
In the first match.
The first match.
They're piling chairs on Masada. He's piling chairs on Masada that people are sitting in. People are sitting in them 30 seconds ago. Now they've scurried, and he's piling them on top of people.
Scurry is the right word. I like it when the fans have the interaction like that. That's one of the things I really like about the death matches is the crowd interaction and the performers being out in the crowd. This felt a little more like, I got to get out of the way. I might be involved in this in a way I don't want to be.
1,000%. And that wasn't the last time this happened on this card. It happened several times during the show. Like, it wasn't just once.
Yes. SVN is definitely all about the bringing the crowd into the match, and it's great.
Yeah, if I'm in that crowd, I am feeling like the Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons gif that is always online, and I'm saying to myself, I'm in danger. Because,
dude, how many guys did Journey threaten to smack with the chair? How many fans?
All the fans. I mean, he's threatening fans. It was
and dude, I was not 100% sure that he wasn't going to hit him.
Oh my God, seriously, I know. I was. But then they finally make it back into the ring. He sets up the chairs across in a bridge and goes for the moonsault. Boy, I was dying to see him hit that. I knew he was going to miss it, but I just wanted to see him land on Masada and those chairs and just everything go crashing and flying.
And he is a large man. I mean, he is just thick and I mean, those chairs, there was nothing left of them. So,
Oh my god! And then after, oh shit! I got big capital letters here in front of me. The next, no, oh my
oh,
god! Right after that, all those skewers in one place. It was like he was driving them through his head.
dude, it was like a unicorn, dude. It just, oh. And then to take the chair shot, he get hit with a chair shot on top of those in his head. Oof.
That the skewers was one thing, but the chair shot to the skewers that popped me big.
Dude, it was when I saw him going for it, it was like, okay, he's kind of going to hit him with this kind of side swipe of it. You know what I mean? You know, he's going to turn his head and just kind of knock him off. No, dude, just I, I mean, it was a flush shot. It was
It's so good.
chills thinking about it.
Mhm.
So good.
It was, man, and that was just again that was the first match.
First match. Like I said, this could have closed any show. Absolutely could have closed any show.
Yo, and then one of these guys comes back later and wrestles again. So,
It's
oh my god.
yeah.
So okay, so Masada is out there and he wins the match. He immediately grabs the mic, challenges Hoodfoot for the title. He's
Yep.
walking back to the dressing room, and Hoodfoot comes out to answer the challenge. It looks like he's accepting. But later
Right?
we find out they're not going to make that match tonight. They're going to team Hoodfoot and Masada in the main event to take on my boys, the Coven of the Goat.
There you
Jesus,
go.
that,
Take.
that shit, boy. I love it. Um, but we got so much more, dude. We're not even there yet. So Hoodfoot comes out. It looks like he's accepting the challenge, but he's also on his way to the ring to defend the title against Krule. What? And this match was nuts.
Again, another match that would have closed any show.
Yeah, I can't believe it didn't close this one.
Dude,
Oh,
how badass. One, Hoodfoot is the man.
no doubt.
Two, how badass did Krule look with this just the lighting that SVN put on for that show. Oh, dude, I love it. I'm getting pumped just sitting here thinking about it. How many times since you and I have talked since we watched this show? I've watched it 3 times. It's on in the background right now as I'm watching it again. This will be the 4th time I've seen this thing. It is amazing. It is
Oh,
it, it,
the
it's
light,
a not to steal from Dijak. It is a feast for your eyes, man.
right?
It is you can't not love the production of it. And God, these guys look good, man. Oh, Krule, just the visual of Krule in that kind of lighting, in kind of the strobe looking lights going and the down and the black light kind of effect on the mask, and oh my Lord, it looked like something out of a horror movie. It was great.
He does. And I don't want to take away from the mystique of any of this at all. But when they start
Oh,
brawling back towards the prayer wall, now that the mystique starts to fade a little bit when they're back by the prayer wall. But because that light changes real quick when they're in the spot and then they brawl back to the back and you see prayers and all this white
right.
light and you're like, okay. It felt like Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit in the bathroom or the concession stand or some shit, you know? Oh man.
Oh
What
man.
else did I see about this one? Oh, I made a note
Man, how
here.
about Krule knows?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was
I was
gonna.
gonna say, Krule. We talk about the no selling the chair shots. Krule's a bad man because Hoodfoot was laying him in.
And that was right after Hoodfoot
Oof.
hit one hell of a tope on him. Like I'm like Hoodfoot's about to fly.
Oh, that tope was sick. That's a big man pulling a tope out on you.
Yep, yep.
Whew.
And then but I made a note right after that actually that at this point we're 2 matches
Hmm.
in. These are death matches, but there's a different feel to these matches, and that's there's something about these
Yes.
they feel like wrestling matches and with death match characteristics. Um, Not so
Hmm.
much just pure death matches. When we get to the main event, that entire opinion is going to change because that main event is just brutality for 20 minutes.
Yes, it is.
But
Oh,
early on, I'm enjoying these matches as matches, not just, I mean, they're violent, but they're also good matches. I'm enjoying
it
them.
it absolutely. There's something really enjoyable about the mixing of the genres of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The types. It's just you don't expect to see Hoodfoot pull out a tope.
No.
You don't expect to see Krule hitting somebody with hitting them with the tax. It's just you don't expect to see those things out of these guys, and when they pull it out, like you said, it gives you a whole different side to these guys that you didn't necessarily know they had, and you go, oh, these guys are performers, man.
Yep.
They know what they're doing. These are This is, like you said, professionals. These guys know what they're doing, how to do what they're doing, and how to tell the story in the ring. And the Hoodfoot and Krule did not disappoint in that fact.
No doubt. And then I made the note after that. Oh, well, first let me say this. Going back to this idea of it being more of a match than a death match, having match aspects to it, it told a story. They told a story, and at the end, Krule is on offense, and then he makes one crucial mistake, and Hoodfoot doesn't hit him with tacks. He doesn't stick skewers in his head.
Nope.
He locks him in a sleeper and puts him out. That is how you tell a story.
Yep.
That's how you win a wrestling match. I loved it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was texting you as I was watching it. Hoodfoot choked about. That's not an ending that you expect to see.
Nope.
That's not a technical move that you would normally think Hoodfoot has. Man, I'm telling you, we love it. We love it. It's
absolutely.
Great.
And I'm just going to say one last thing about this: the scars on Hoodfoot's head, man. When they did a close up of his skull. Woo! He has given so much for this business. Y'all better appreciate that man.
Dude, his dome's right up there with New Jack for sure.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. So as we mentioned earlier, they would be back for the main event. Masada comes back out after the match, wants to renew that challenge. SVN comes out, says, no match, but you guys are going to tag out in the main event. They're going to take on Coven of the GOAT. So we see Hoodfoot and Masada after these two brutal matches coming out again to wrestle in an even more brutal match later on. I don't know how these guys could work for a week after this.
Dude, your guess is as good as mine because I hurt watching it.
Sure.
Much so that I keep watching it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's it. So we go into the third match. I feel like they took an intermission after those first two and then came back because they were so long. We're an hour into the show already, only two matches, and they have been fantastic. So we get good. I don't want to say we get a let me up match. That's not really true, but it's the shortest match on the card. Killah Kash is out, taking on the hardcore Hillbilly, and I made a note there, but hardcore Hillbilly felt like he was here to take the pin. No offense, bud. Felt like he was here to take the pin, looking like Bud Heavy in overalls. But I loved him. I love every minute of it. He's getting destroyed, but then he goes for a tope, and he's hitting a bulldog and doing all this other shit. I'm like, go hardcore Hillbilly, go, man.
Yep.
You knew he was going down, but it didn't matter.
Right, but you know what? That damn Stephen Jury, man. Oh, that guy. Oh, listen, he's very good at what he's doing, but he got the reaction from me that he wanted, which is, God, I wish Hillbilly would squash this dude.
Me too.
But was just enough, man. Take your eye off of it, and you know what? Killah Kash is not a guy you want to take your eye off of.
Nope. And Jury made a point to make sure everyone knows he already had Judge Joe Dred in his stable. He's now added Killah Kash. These are two dangerous men, and this match was designed to make you know how dangerous Killah Kash is going to be.
Yeah, it's I am all in. I can't wait to see more of them, in some future SVN matches. Dude, I'm down for it. It's got a nice little start in here, man.
Agreed. And now this next match, I thought I didn't pull up the results. I mean, it's pretty clear I'm a cage match guy, right? So, okay, fine. But I pull up cage match, and when I watch shows like this, I don't want to know the card. I will pull up cage match and put it on the card with guide version so I don't see the results. When I saw these two guys come out, all I knew was I had Phil Insane versus Sean Campbell. And then when I saw the two guys come out, I was like, oh, we're about to have another let me up match, and Sean Campbell's about to be hardcore Hillbilly. I was very incorrect. Phil Insane looks like he is dangerous. He shows up in a damn butcher's apron. Like, I thought he was about to carve some people up. Sean Campbell shows up looking like a young, wide-eyed kid. Just, I don't know. He feels like he's just happy to be there. And then all of a sudden, the bell rings, and Sean Campbell's the man.
Dude, he's like a wild child, man.
Yes.
It was crazy. I same thing. He just, like you said, he just looked like, okay, did this young man take a wrong turn?
Yeah, he wandered in the wrong place.
Is it? Yeah, dude, no, somebody get him out of there before he gets hurt. And oh my Lord, he's a bad dude.
With the parents of Sean Campbell, please come pick up your child. He has wandered into the ring. Nope.
Right, he's been smeared across the ring. No, he held his own.
Was crazy. I mean, that guy is insane with what he does with his body. I think when we talked off air, I referred to him as Jeff Hardy.
Exactly. He does, man. He makes you worry for his future.
Him, yes.
For sure. For him.
Right.
Because I don't think he's worried about it. And there's something scary about it that's also so thrilling to watch. I mean, my heart was fluttering watching this kid. And dude, that's what they want though, right? These performers want you to have these feels. They want you to have these feelings. They want you to have, these oh my God moments. And dude, this guy, like you said, Jeff Hardy with a death. Yeah, he's Death Hardy. That's who he is. That's his name.
Death Hardy. All right. Bro, when
it's ours.
He did that forward flip and landed on the chairs and then on the tile floor, no protection. I mean, you could just see him forward flip and land. Like, it was insane. And then 2 seconds later, he's diving off the stage.
Yeah, he's whew.
And that was
he is something.
I was gonna say that was my favorite spot because he jumps on the stage, he dives off the stage, Phil Insane catches him in midair and then throws him through the chairs and onto the tile floor again. Dude, he just did this shit a minute ago.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. It was crazy. I was pleasantly surprised because I was with you. I kind of thought we were going to get that quick squash match again, and man, this match turned into one of my it was one of the most fun. I mean, all these matches are great, but this one kind of stuck out just for the sheer fun, the sheer thrills that the feels that it gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was down for it.
Yeah, a great job booking all of this, by the way. And I'm not a booker, so whatever. But I'm an ambulance chaser from Southern Maryland, right? But the first 2 matches were different than each other, kind of, but they were sort of the same. Then you got the hardcore hillbilly match. Now you've got this style match, and later you're going to do this brutal tag team death match. The night built, it was diverse. It rotated around and did a lot of different things. Which is hard to find on a deathmatch show where you see a lot of very different things. And, a lot of times the less interesting deathmatch shows can devolve into, well, this match has this interesting weapon and this one has this interesting weapon. But these were matches. They all were very different. The 2 matches early set the stage for the main event, which was very different than all the other matches. I was just so impressed with this whole card, man. I understand why you've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, it's great. I like I said, I'm definitely SVN is on my radar as far as a must watch. When I see these pop up, these are going to be ones that I got to get in, whether we talk about them or not. These are ones that I'm going to be watching. So,
right.
SVN, you've got a new fan in me for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, me too. And just speaking of the way that they built these things, the way the matches were different, you saw my notes. I was a big fan of Aeroboy versus Judge Dred, which is the next match. And the first thought I had was, this boy is
so good.
This boy is going to be, he's got a lucha mask on. I mean, that's what we need, a deathmatch luchador. I am here for this.
Yeah, he didn't disappoint either.
Nope. And then, of course, I make a little joke in the notes because I'm thinking to myself, here come the judge. Here come the judge. And he was kid, man. When Judge Joe Dred walks out, there's serious business about to happen.
Yes. He came out with his instruments of destruction. That's for sure.
Yeah, he did. There were lots of light tubes in this match. Some of them used in very interesting ways. But first, Aeroboy, he's hitting Ranas, he's hitting topes to start the match off. Again, putting match stuff, telling stories inside these death matches. It just levels them up so much. Aeroboy is fantastic. He's got all the move sets, but
Yes.
he's also a great deathmatch wrestler. He's very believable. The only thing that I know we talked about this before. I made the note. I don't know why you bust light tubes on his head when he's wearing a mask with eye shields. But that would be my only tiny little thing. I'm like, he ain't feeling this, boys. He ain't feeling
Oh, yeah, I saw your note. I just had to giggle. It made
it.
me laugh.
Hey, but then Judge Joe Dredd probably heard me because moments later, he's like, screw this. I'm going to stick
Oh,
the shards of this light tube in both of his biceps. That was a brutal visual.
yep. Dude, it just I hadn't seen anybody go after somebody like that with him.
Ugh.
And it oof. Yeah.
But bro, the Tokyo Tower of light tubes, I had
Is
never heard of such a thing.
is that not just the best name ever?
Oh, it's great. And the visual on it was awesome when it just exploded. Oh,
It was so good.
oh, that's right. He does the top rope sunset flip onto the tower when it finally goes down. That's oh,
Yep.
damn man.
Yep.
Uh,
Like I said, again, like we're saying about the genres, being mixed together here. Now lucha is not something that you see a lot of in the death matches, and to add that in, just that element in, and somebody that's as skilled as Aeroboy was or is, um, man, I love it. What else can I say? It was absolutely great.
agreed, agreed, man. I'm just going to make a quick note. I said earlier I'm a cage match guy. I use cage match as a
Hmm.
resource all the time, but this is
Oh,
w-
absolutely.
with anything else. This is just a minor thing. I love those guys and what they do. Thank you, cage match, for all of the information you provided to me. But they are human and mistakes are made. You cannot just rely on what you see on cage match as your be all end all for what a wrestler's about. If that's the kind of way that you handle things, make sure that you verify results. Make sure you verify things because it did have the wrong result listed for this match. So it did. I believe it had Judge Joe Dredd defeating Aeroboy, but in fact, Aeroboy ends up winning this match. I was shocked.
That frog splash was nasty.
Oh, it was awesome. Um, but then the main event, bro. I mean, there may not be as many notes for us to talk about in this match because there was just so many things happening at once and so much violence. Coven of the Goat, Nathan Mowry and Tank versus Hoodfoot
Oh,
and Masada. Sorry, I meant, hold on, wait. I meant, besides from Dolly Rebecca Parton, one of the two Tennessee treasures. I love the Rev. I love Tank. I love Nathan Mowry. These guys are awesome. And this match
oh,
was violent.
yes. All the goodies made their appearances. All the requisite tools and things that you need for the trade. Anything that you've got in a good tank death match.
Mm-hmm.
Everything made their appearance, man. We had the light tubes. We had oh God, what do we have? We had the saw. We had the
Yes.
sickle. We had dude, just the visual and the way they set it up, the way they do it, and it's so slow and methodical. Um, holding the guys over the middle rope and just, making sure that, the crowd can see exactly what we're doing to these guys.
Yeah. I'm a big
It's
fan of
it's
the
a it's a
deathmatch chant over here, because it happens all the time. And I love
yes,
that death matches realize that and that they do these things around all four sides of the ring so often in these matches.
yes,
It just levels it up because
dude.
everybody wants their
Again,
chance.
uh, yeah, again, it's getting the crowd involved, and the crowd is as much a part of the show as the performers. The performers are the ones that are making the crowd a part of the match, and it's unique to what they're doing in a way, not that other shows and other styles don't incorporate that, but it's unique to them the way that it's done. And it's a very special thing, and like I said, it's something that, I mean, I'm new to the, I mean, we're talking, you've got me into this is just the last 2 months, and look what you've turned me into. You've turned me into a fiend, man. it's a special thing, man. It's great.
Yep. Yes, it is. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. Like we talked about before, deathmatch show live. I have a feeling I might have to scrape John off the floor when we go to one of these because it's. I mean, just it levels up even more when you're there in person, man. When you're standing
God,
right next to a light tube rake, John, like what the fuck? I mean,
I know that thing was cool.
and
That thing
Tank just
was
wielded
so
it so
cool,
slowly. It was like Tank hits it, boom, and they just all. Oh, it's great.
dude.
Oh, and the light tube pentagram. Holy shit, that was great too.
Yep, dude. Everything was great. The barbed wire was great. It's just dude. They just it was a spectacle.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Again,
it
I
was.
know I just I keep throwing out all these buzzwords because I don't have words big enough to describe the joy that this show gave me.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I made a note at one point. Tank at that towards the end of the match, Tank goes for a pinfall. I forgot about pinfalls. They've been going so long. That like I'm like, why is this guy trying to pin somebody?
Dude,
Just stick another light tube in him or something. Like it was.
the, the,
I
this
completely
was the
disconnected.
this was the absolute fight forever because like you said, I got lost in it, man. I got lost in the visual of everything that was going on. It was just so much to see.
And then there was fire. Like
Dude, and we're not even going to talk about where the sickle ended up. Come on, man.
oh god. And then he's licking the sickle. That shit is a great. Oh, he's so good.
Ah, so gross.
On
Does
a,
that does does that make it a dick sickle, Bob? I'm throwing that out there. I just want to I just making
listen,
sure.
listen, man. I went to go pick up my dogs from daycare earlier, and I was listening to a Conrad podcast, and um, he
Mhm.
was doing an ad for powder to get rid of your grundle odor. So I'm not saying that has anything to do with what we're talking about
Oh,
right now, but it might. That guy's got some grundle problems, if
uh,
nothing else, right now.
listen. All I hope is somebody wash the sickle. Just wash it. Just give it a good scrub. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my Lord. Well, guys, that was SVN. Hold on, let me go back up here. It was called Love Doesn't Lit. Wait, Love Don't Live Here. SVN. It was uploaded as you're listening to this on the podcast. I think it's probably 12 days ago. But it's an absolutely phenomenal show. John was right to recommend this
Oh,
to me. It did take a long time to watch, in addition to everything else, and it generated way too many notes for John to print out on my part. But it was so good, guys. Check out Severe Violent Nature (SVN), and if you're into the death matches, they put on a fantastic show. I highly recommend them, and so does John.
yes, absolutely. Highest of the high.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for almost 2 hours, John, and we've got more to go. I understand people might listen to this show in segments because it is a long one. And that's fine. That's fine. That's why we got different segments. But we want to get on here and talk about as much independent wrestling as we possibly can. Every week, we talk about adding things to the list. I'm going to start making Jericho jokes, I think, now. But we expand the list every week because we're always finding new stuff and we never get tired of it. Um, so we're going to talk about it. And next up, we're going to get to this interview with Deget Bundlez, John. And again, I'll apologize for my microphone having some issues. I have a new headset, obviously now. There is a moment towards the end of the interview where we're going to watch a match. In case you can't hear me very well during that, that is Matt Striker versus Deget Bundlez from Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, Dog, 6 years ago, I believe. If you just search Deget Bundlez and Matt Striker, the match comes up pretty easily. But there will be a moment where I say play, 3, 2, 1, play. I hope you can hear it, but we will be watching that match together. And he's got some interesting comments. Boy, to get Bundles is a hell of he's a hell of a character, isn't he?
Dude, you don't know where the performer starts and to get the intent is. I don't know that there's really a difference.
Yep. But he's a character. I had an absolute blast meeting him. I can't wait to meet him on Saturday at the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators event taking place in Riverton, New Jersey at the Sacred Heart Church. John, he's got me doing it now.
Yes.
Dr. Z's got me doing that shit now.
Hey, man. We're just trying to keep Dr. Z happy.
Hey, seriously. Absolutely. Okay, so let's get to the interview with Deget Bundlez.
All right, bro. It sound like the feds. Man, yo, flush the work, son.
Oh my goodness. Praises. Well, welcome everyone to the show.
Hey,
Deget
son,
Bundlez.
ain't none triller, none rilla. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it to you rough, rugged, and raw. Yeah.
Oh,
You like me,
damn.
you like me. If you don't, it costs you nothing to pay me no mind. I ain't mad at you. You ain't stopping my decimals and what I have to do in life.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Oh
You know what I
man.
mean? I'm just gonna keep it frank with them. No straddling the fence. Call it down the middle. Refs, stay out the way.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's it. That's it. Well, hey, I want to keep the conversation going from before we were on the air, man. So I want to find out about your sports, your grandfather in the sports, man. Tell me about what are your other teams? We got the Yankees hat on for sure.
Oh, for sure. And why all day to the fullest. Granddad, man, I tell the story all the time because the lessons that was passed down, so I can only give it to you how I got groomed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But granddad, he was a sports fan, man. You had grandparents' crib. You were granddad when moms had to leave us over there. Whatever granddad's watching, you watch. It doesn't matter. Until granddad decided to leave the living room and go in the bedroom, you stuck in the living
Mhm.
room with G Dad watching what he doing. So uh he was a
Yep.
huge Yankees fan, and that's how I became a Yankee fan, bub. So
Nice.
As a fan
live
of,
life to the fullest. Go Yanks, go Yanks, go Yanks.
oh man, you're killing me. Well, like I told you, I'm a Braves fan. It ain't like I'm a Red Sox fan, but I still got heat from the '90s,
Oh man.
and
Yeah, I
'01.
caught a couple of them on the road coming home today. We had a little conversation in the Love's gas station, and
Mhm.
my last words is go Yanks.
Hey, I can't fault you on that, man. I can't fault you on that. So did your grandfather get you
Yeah.
into wrestling too?
Facts. Big facts. You dig?
Nice.
Big
Nice.
facts. Like I said, whatever granddad watching, you're watching. And granddad was a huge
Mhm.
wrestling fan. He took me to my first wrestling match at the Niagara Falls Convention Center before they turned it into a casino. Shouts out to
Mhm.
the 716. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Niagara Falls, New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So who did your grandfather like?
So
Who do you watch
that
back then?
granddad liked the big dudes. My grandfather was brolic. You know what brolic mean, being up that way, right?
Mm-mm. Oh, okay.
Stocky, big boy.
Big boy.
Brolic.
Yeah.
That's what brolic mean. If you ever hear me use the word brolic, can we conversate? That's getting your swole on. Big
All right.
boy. You
Gotcha.
know what I mean? But
Mhm.
he was more like Andre the Giant, King Kong Bundy, Big John Studd type, them type fellas.
Right.
He loved the Ultimate Warrior. He was
Yeah.
popped on the Ultimate Warrior because, like everybody else, is his energetic style, running to the ring and shaking the
Mhm.
ropes. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Granddad liked the big dudes. He liked Vince McMahon. He liked them big dudes. You know what I mean? So that's why I like them big dudes, like Bruiser Brody. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Go in there and go. We come to fight, so we come to brawl. We come to put some business on you. Put them paws on you. You know what I mean?
Damn right, man.
So
Yep.
no gimmicks. I am the gimmick. Eric Darkstorm is the gimmick. Dark Clouds is the gimmick. You know what I mean? And if we have to go do
Mhm.
single stuff, we the gimmick. I ain't got no gimmicks.
Right.
What you see is what you get.
Well, did you decide you were going to get into the wrestling? But I know you've had some other projects.
Say that again.
When did you decide you were going to get into start
Come
training for
again.
wrestling and become a wrestler? Because I know you've had some other projects, music and acting.
Hmm. I always wanted to wrestle, bub. Just didn't have the area, coming from where I'm at. Like I told you, Niagara Falls that's a rare commodity right there. But they pop when they find out that you from the ninth wonder of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
But I ended up getting into it. I was playing semi-pro football at the time, and I had to open. I was doing music was my first love of entertainment, and I was opening up. You ever heard of the rap group, the hip hop group, Nappy Roots
Sounds familiar.
I don't think so.
out of Kentucky?
Yeah, maybe. I
Oh,
think I've heard the
okay.
name.
They be like, all my life been Poe, never. Yeah.
I'll check him out. I'll check him out.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
opened up
for
for
real.
yeah, I opened up for them, and the promote one of these promoters was there. Long story short, he followed me up after my set, told me he was in the business and stuff, and he had a school. So it started out in West Virginia for me when I started training and getting in the ring, getting off the gridiron, because I was playing semi-pro football and everything. So when I saw him at the show and everything, so I ended up going to school out there at APWA out in Shinston, West Virginia under a promoter owner, Don West,
Mhm.
out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, Vienna, West Virginia, and everything. So it just went from one thing to another. Went from the grid after I won my championships with our team and everything, and just full fledged. So um, my schooling was out of Shinston, West Virginia. Then I ended up in Greensboro
Mhm.
with LeBron Cozone
Mhm.
down there at Firestar Pro Wrestling and everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
and now we here, you know.
Yeah. I know those guys. I mean, I know
The
of those
dig,
guys. I
man.
mean, I watch those dudes. Firestar. Still watching them
Mhm.
dudes. And I
Right.
noticed you also were down with like
Yeah, Firestar Pro
AIWF.
Wrestling. Yeah. So real good close friends with LeBron and everything, go down there and stuff. So I do all love to Will Huckabee because when I started out, he took me up under his wing. And that's how I ended up at Dog meeting Lawrence and stuff. Because him and I had had a match down at Mega Pro Wrestling, which the bad girls right here
Nice.
tag team in the heavyweight championship right here. For Mega Pro Wrestling down out of Marmet, West Virginia, is what we hold right here. And so I met Huck there, and it was going through you know, our storyline, and he was like, "Yo, we're going to road," and ended up taking up the Dog, meeting Lawrence and everything.
Mhm.
So that's how I ended up at Dog, man. You know,
Yeah.
because of Will Huckabee, then Incredible Hulk, Will Huckabee.
Yep.
He's out
Absolutely.
of Carolina. Yeah. So that's how I ended up at Dog. So now it's time to, the government slapped us with some BS of COVID, Richard Nixon, you know.
Yep.
So it had to slow down. You like that?
Yeah,
I like
Slow
that.
down the business. So slow down the business. So now we all back full action, and now Bun's about to make his return debut back at Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators. Dog. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be there. We're
We're looking forward to it, man.
hell yeah, man.
We're making the trip
Oh
up.
yeah, we're gonna get her done. That's what we say in West Virginia. We're gonna get her done.
So
Yeah.
my son spent 4.5 years up in Morgantown. I am well aware of the get her
To
done.
get her done.
Yes, sir.
Well, John, don't gloss
Shouts
over the
out
other
to the
West Virginia.
304.
That's
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing is though? People when you be like from West Virginia, Virginia, they don't
Right.
a lot of people don't know that there's a West Virginia
Yep.
outside of VA,
Right.
Virginia. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, wow, you need to get out the box more, Joker.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
Like, no,
Damn.
it's West with a W.
That's right.
Dub V is what you call it. Just call
Dub
it Dub
V.
V.
That's right.
And there's a lot of
Blue
awesome,
and
awesome
gold.
out there. Awesome out
Mountain
there in West
Airs.
Virginia.
Hey, man, they got a lot of my money. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah, that they do.
The blue and gold, huh?
Yes, sir. They got 4.5 years of me sending them checks.
Hey, there you go. Hey, them they good at shooting stuff, but they can't bring no championship home on the ball
You,
court or the group.
you're right about
But
that.
you put them boys up to the test to shoot something, they definitely gonna bang out. Them boys
Yeah.
know how to shoot well out in West
Hey, listen,
Virginia.
they can shoot, and them boys can party.
That's true.
My
Oh
son,
man.
he's got some
Listen,
stories for you. Oh my Lord.
listen, when I first went down to West V,
Hmm.
uh we went up, my man Nate and Nate Kirby and Marty. took me up to Morgantown, bub.
Right.
So we went to the football game, and it was against Virginia Tech. Classic, they had their rivalries.
Right.
Man, after they won, we walking around College Town up there in Morgantown. Now, mind you, again, this is my first time up there. They burning couches, garbage
That's
can. I'm like, yo,
Hey, my son will tell you, they're famous for burning couches. They love to burn couches in
bro.
Morgantown.
Yeah,
Motown is all
facts.
about the
Listen,
couches. Woo!
yeah, they are. They was burning sofas on the porch and everything. I'm like, yo, these kids crazy as heck out
Yes,
here,
sir.
yo.
Yes, sir.
But yeah,
Oh.
burning sofas. What? For what? Why you burning the sofa? Why? What you gonna sit on now?
I have no
You
idea.
burn sofa because of a W?
Oh.
What's the
Right.
matter?
Oh.
I thought you burn stuff when you're mad. You won. Why you burning your sofa? Who gonna get it now? Who you can call mommy, daddy, and they get you a new one, right? Okay, we're gonna burn this one too, mom and pops. But yo, Morgantown is wild.
Oh, Lord.
I don't think I've
For
ever
real.
been there.
Morgantown is wild, but shouts out to the 304 West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
That's too much.
See, at this weekend with Connor the Flag Boy. What do you set up to wrestle Connor the Flag Boy?
Connor
Did you?
the Flag Boy,
Yeah, what's going to happen here
Connor
with
the
Connor?
Maggot,
Oh,
Connor the Buzzard, Connor the Crow. What was your question again?
I know you keep
Because
on going.
that's just
Now I'm
letting you
good.
know
You
how
keep on going.
I'm just letting you know how much I'm not worried. Because he did, I heard his little promo, his little podcast talking about I wasn't focused because I was out at Top Golf teeing off. You know what I saw when I ejected them balls out of the station? You know what I saw when I
Tell
was
us,
hitting them
Deget. Tell
balls?
us. Tell us.
I saw Connor the Flag Boy. That's what I saw on each kick. Bang,
Mm.
bang, bang. All I seen was his dome, his medulla. That's all I saw was his head. You're gonna say, I'm not focused. Listen, there's one thing anybody can tell you, Buns, stay focused. We don't wear blinders, but we wear blinders because I got a lot of haters. You see me?
Right.
But listen, when it comes to this business, your boy fully focused. Me and my man just did 23 minutes down at WWN last night in a gauntlet tag team match. You
Oh,
dig?
damn.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta worry about me being focused, my boy, because I'm fully focused. Be aware as you need to do, Connor. What is it? Flag? Connor the flag. Maggot. Forget about it. What did you mean I'm not focused? Because I just got done playing MLB the show 20. I'm not worried about you.
Oh, damn. 25? I mean, yeah, 25?
Yeah, man.
I
I'm out here playing.
I just got it.
I'm
I
not
only got to play
focused.
one game so far, man, but it is that game is right.
I love the home run derby. So right now I'm playing March to October. This is my second season. I already won with the Yankees once, so I'm running it back now because you got management and everything. You
Right,
could
Right?
right.
hire and fire scouts, pick people from the double A, triple A, minor leagues and bring them up and different things, give them a touch run out there on the mound. And yeah, man, it's crazy. This is what I'm doing, Connor. Not worried about you, enjoying life. LIFE.
That's right.
Yes.
But the thing is, man, on that game, I cannot pitch at all to save my life. I
Oh,
cannot pitch at
man, I
all.
be killing. Listen, I just beat Seattle, excuse me. I just beat Seattle 23-2. See, on there too, you can play situations
Okay.
also. They give you a predicament. You see what I'm saying? You could go in there after
Mm-hmm.
you and set it. And the first time when you're running through the storyline, they'll give you predicament. So you might come in and like top of the sixth inning, score 2-1, your team up.
Right,
You got to
right.
get it all the way to the ninth inning. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they might put you out there on one like for me right now when I'm going into my next game, Velopi. I got to play him now at shortstop. So they'll take away everything else. Now you got to play Velopi. They give you situations. You know what I mean?
I love
So,
that.
it's real tricky. So I'm up there. I done got some new things, put my management up there and hire some new guys. I'm about to go through my scouting team. So that's where we're at right now. But that MLB show 25, yeah, that's the truth, son. And you can play with some of the greats like Mark McGuire and Babe Ruth and them in the home run derby and
Oh,
everything,
damn.
bro.
Yep.
Yeah. They got
I
all
gotta
the
get in
like
on this.
Ken Griffey Jr.'s on there in the classics where you can play with the home run derby and everything. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that game's. I
But
gotta get into
my
playing it some
favorite
more.
go-to, I just took a
I gotta
break
get in
off
on
of
this.
I took a break off of COD. Me and my cousin Demond be on that faithfully and a couple other guys. We be up there playing zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You play Call of Duty?
I don't.
Nah.
John.
You know?
My
Oh, you gotta
oldest
get
daughter
Call of
does.
Duty, bro. Yeah,
So,
Call of
so,
Duty is that joint, man. Yeah.
so we're old men, man. Pac-Man, maybe. What we got?
Oh, I play
Little
Donkey Kong. What
asteroids.
about Donkey
Oh,
Kong?
dude, I used to
Come
mess with
on.
some Donkey Kong back
What
in the
about
day.
Mr. Do?
Woo. Come on, you remember the Dig
Dr.
Dug?
Do?
Dig Dug was my
Dr. Do?
Dig
Hamburger?
Dug. Oh man,
Hamburger? You know
yep.
what I
Oh,
mean?
Burger
Yeah, oh
Time.
yeah,
Come
that's
on,
it.
Burger time. Yeah, there you
come
go.
on. You got the
Those
old
games.
school stuff now.
Right, man.
Because what the youngsters don't know, what they call YNs, that got to be the stupidest acronym I ever heard in my life. But anyways, and you know what? I can't contradict my talk because long before they started saying RM, me and Timothy Bumpers and,
hmm
and White Mike, when we was down at Firestar Pro Wrestling, I could care less if they believe it or not. But Timothy, and White Mike could tell you, I was the first one that said the RN acronym out there for my real,
There you
nothing but
go.
ignorant, getting goals
hmm
accomplished. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean. So, uh, yeah, no, the YNs, whatever. What's old is new. And I tell my
Yep.
youth that just remember, as you
Yep.
grow older, there's nothing that haven't already been done that you knowing right now. Because if it
There you
wasn't done,
go.
you wouldn't know it. It's a recycle. The world is a recycle bin.
Yep.
So that's why it's important for you to become a leader, become a trendsetter. Don't follow, lead.
Yep.
So where we
100%.
at?
Now I want to know. You got Emmanuel Rodriguez, your buddy. I heard going to be in your corner on Saturday. He's just going to be there supporting you.
Emmanuel? Oh, that's news to me, Bubby. Break me in. Smart me up.
Oh, I don't know. I thought didn't John didn't Dr. Zirconium say last week that Emmanuel would be there in his corner?
I thought that's what he
Oh,
had said. Yeah.
and who? Connors?
No, in yours.
Mine? Oh, I don't know,
Man,
man. I've been on
man.
the road. You got to
Oh,
breaking news.
there it is.
Emmanuel
There it
in the
is.
corner of bundles. I smell snakery in this one though, because Buns don't need no backup.
Oh, damn. All right, now I'm even more
Buns go
interested.
do Buns go do or die. So to hear that I got somebody in my corner, if it is an Eric Darkstorm, the elusive one, things that make you say, hmm.
You
We
team
have
with
to see what Saturday brings it though.
yeah. Do you team with Darkstorm all over? Is that
My
or just?
tag partner, Darkstorm?
Mm-hmm. How long y'all
Yeah,
been
no,
tagging?
that's we dark clouds, baby. We dark clouds.
Since when?
Oh, you got a bottle. You got okay. Bring it to
Oh,
the screen.
oh, there it is. The Hennessy.
Oh,
Cheers.
Oh, there. Oh,
there is.
Bring
sorry.
your can up. Cheers.
Cheers.
So,
Oh.
Deget, how long have you and Darkstorm been tagging?
I think we going into like I like to use football references.
No
So
problem.
it'd be our eighth season.
All right. So y'all are good and comfortable. That's your boy.
Oh yeah, that's my boy. We good and comfortable, and anybody could get the business when they step through the ropes with me and my boy.
Oh my.
Just
So
keeping it 100 with them.
yeah.
We here to handle business. We grown men out here. We trying to get we out here for the money and forget the fame. The fame gonna kill you. We out here for the bags. We need money. You heard? We got people depending on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we here for. Forget the fame. Them bubblegum 25-cent grocery store sons can have the fame, son. Just give me the bag and I'm gone. Cut the check. You heard? I'm here to break necks and collect checks.
Yeah. So speaking of being
Word.
famous, you were on Netflix. You among other places.
Oh
You've done a bunch
man,
of
I've been on that.
projects, but you know where I'm leading to.
There you go. Now you talking my language. Yeah. Long before OVW. We already touched down in them grounds. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's just another accolade. Yeah, you know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, Netflix. Um, A-list movies. My last project I just did what, a month ago? Ma? Yeah, with shot a music video, making an appearance, cameo appearance with J. Cole in his new.
Oh,
You know who
damn.
J. Cole is?
Yes,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we
sir.
just did that in Fayetteville like a month ago and everything. So that was my
Nice.
last gimmick that I was just on right now, as far as that side of outside of wrestling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I done touched a lot of projects on B list and when I graduated from the B list to the A list game, you know. So, shouts out to my acting modeling school in Columbus, Ohio, John Casablanca. They gave me my first run and got me in groomed to what I already knew about entertainment, but just smartened me up more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
forever green, baby, forever green. Learning. We learning. We learning.
Dude, I like that you're keeping it diversified, man.
Hey, got to, man. A closed mind don't get you fed.
You're right about that.
You know what I mean?
Real.
You gotta have an open mind. You gotta learn to stand on your square, but step outside your box. Let that marinate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let that
Yeah.
marinate.
That's
That's
deep
it.
stuff right there, man.
Yeah, they scared to go deep. I wear Timberlands, Buck, and muckers.
So how'd you get hooked up into acting in the first
Man,
place?
we're gonna get dirty. We gonna get dirty.
How'd you
But
get hooked up into acting in the first place?
listen, Buck, when you grow up of a mother that's over speeches and plays, you ain't got no other choice but to look that other way.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
My mom's growing up, what got me into entertainment, really, she knew what she was doing. But, you know, at a young age, you think parents don't know what they're talking about. But
Mm-hmm.
once you get older and you start utilizing what you know, then you understand the lessons that was given. You didn't understand then, but you understand now. So be humble, be grateful. But my mom's growing up in the church in Morning Star in Niagara Falls, New York. You know what I mean? My mom was over speeches and plays.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what it comes with that. You force fed that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
really, that's what turned me on. I remember we used to sit and watch the music awards, the Grammys, when I was ignorant and dumbfounded to the fact how them pyramids got their hands all over things. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And but she let me watch it and motivated me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what drew me into entertainment. You know, uh, so what I see is that wrestling and acting go hand in hand, like ebony and ivory, like yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
um, if you know how to please the crowd, shouldn't be no problem with entertainment, son. You know what I mean? All you got to do is interact. Simple stuff. You
Hey,
know?
man.
Right.
It's telling the stories for sure. Absolutely.
That's it. That's all we doing, regardless of what it is. But
Yeah. I know.
shouts out to my coach when I started out in this, Tony Rigsby as well. He out of West Virginia. You know, them the ones. If you hear me shout out certain people, that's because them the ones that kept it frank 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? And love me regardless of who I am. You know what I mean? What I've been through.
Right.
So
Yeah. That's that. I mean,
I
those are the.
shun from none.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that?
You
What'd you say, Buck?
no, I was. Can you hear me? Okay. I
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
All right. Sorry, I was having some microphone issues earlier, but I was going to ask you about the music. So I mean, it's all kind of one big ecosystem with you. It seems like entertainment, right? But talk about the music,
Entertainment. It's all a hustle, baby.
right?
Music. Now I haven't touched the microphone in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But um like I said, when you standing on your square, learn how to step out your box. When you step out your box, that brings what? Experience. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So when you get experience, it ain't nothing for you to tell the truth. Tell the truth to society and tell the truth to society, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Telling the truth to society, meaning your peers. Telling the truth to society, meaning the world. You know, tell your story.
Right. Yeah. And is
You
that
ain't got to lie
so?
about it. Right?
Is that you? That's you in those studio house production YouTube videos I pulled up today, huh?
Oh, you know about Studio House? Shouts out to my man Rich Rule. He gave me my first feature. No, I take it. He gave me my second feature because I did the remake of White Zombie, and I was Baron Samedi slash uh Christopher I forgot his last name, but he was the earthly doctor, and Baron Samedi was the universal witch
Yes.
doctor, you know. So and then but Rich Rule's Studio House, yeah, we did a lot of recordings with them and touched a lot of stuff. But I owe a lot to Rich Rule, man. He don't know this, but I'm gonna say it, so I'm gonna give him his flowers. He he helped me groom myself to become more and more of who I am today to give to society. You know what I mean? So yeah, Studio House recorded a lot of music with us. He helped me with my music, got me put out there. Basically, they was the ones that got me locked in to the Nappy Roots
Mhm.
opening when I opened up for Nappy Roots in Marietta, Ohio,
Mm.
and everything. So yeah, shouts out to Rich Rule and Change the Game has been doing numbers. That's my feature. KHANGE, the THA game. Um, you can catch that on Amazon. It's out. We got this too, but that been out for a minute. So that was like when I was going through the process of John Casablanca with acting and modeling and everything. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
everything. So um getting new into it. They love my style and everything. So they had a big time producer, which I'm not gonna call the name. It's out of LA, come over to Columbus and had me and my son audition for him. And he asked me if I had a portfolio resume. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I just,
Mhm.
decided to take uh independent level to another level. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Which I'm still independent, but I'm saying out of the B game into the A game
Right.
and thereon. You know what I'm saying? So that's where all started from and everything. So Rich Rule even helped me get signed down in Carolina with Carolina Talent. The Soper family down there out of North Carolina, out of Charlotte. I've been signed with them for 6 years as for acting and
Mhm.
everything. So like I said, the last gimmick I just got off was with J. Cole and his new video that be coming out. When I don't know.
Okay.
I just shot the video. I'm just looking for the mailbox because that's my check.
Okay.
It's all
There
about,
you
Yeah.
go.
Huh?
Right. Right.
that's what it's all
I
about,
really
man.
don't
Everything
care
else
when
is just whatever.
yeah, I don't care when the video come out. I'm just looking for the mailbox. I got mouths to feed. Yeah, I mean, I got people depending on me, man. I don't care about no fame.
Yes,
The,
sir.
the fame will kill you, like Pac said. The fame will kill you. I ain't worried about no fame, even though I know it's gonna get me because I'm in that lifestyle. But all I'm worried, I got people depending on me, and before I leave this earth, I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard you on that one. We
Right to
know
me.
that.
So how much
So
modeling did you
that's why I
do?
got a hard time with these soy boys and everything in this wrestling business. And they fabricated. It's like Halloween. Some of them cats want to play thug on Halloween. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I can get to put my costume on. So that's how I feel about the wrestling game sometimes. A lot of cats put on fugazi stuff. Uh, the industry see what real certain ones is doing that's in the same mix and taking and then try to craft it to them and then they overplay the whole situation because a lot of them cats they never did what I did. A lot of
Right.
cats they never did what Action did. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you really look at the difference between the resumes of them and the resumes, I'm like, God dang.
Hmm.
So I mean, I'm from the streets and that's what I'm bringing to the ring. I come to beat people up and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
That's what I
seeing it
get paid for,
Saturday.
to beat people up.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah, we're happy to see it, man. That's for sure.
So what was I going to ask you about? I had something. Oh, the modeling. How you said you mentioned modeling. I didn't know about the modeling. Did you do a lot of that, or was that just kind of early on?
Well, I did. Or what?
Uh-oh.
I told her that like a week or two or three or four ago, a month ago. But yeah, the modeling is good, man. And that comes with the acting side of the thing. You know what I'm saying? As
Mhm.
far as modeling and not my last shoot, but my from what I did as far as modeling, I done did a lot of NASCAR venues, commercials, and everything. A lot of that
Mhm.
be aired out of North Carolina. Bro, I got so many photos with famous people. I just don't post it because that's what I'm not about. I'm not there for
Right.
that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have her print them off and put them in the room,
Yeah.
like
Right. Right.
accomplishments. If I don't get an Oscar, which I don't want, we know if you know the story behind those. If I get a Grammy, I don't want a Grammy, but we know the story behind those. We know the stories about the awards, but
Mhm.
I might get shut down after this. Babe, look, they're coming for us. Okay. But like I have my drive, my driven mission is the journey that I've been through. You be like, how is this man still standing? You see me?
Mhm.
And that's why I ain't got much time left to be playing around with clowns. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bozo. You know what I mean? So what I gotta do, I gotta do. I gotta get out here and handle business because I got people depending on me, son.
Right.
A lot of people don't know about the darkest part of my life right now, still going to this day, And no, I'm not gonna share that with the public, but my closest ones knows what goes is on. So what keep me driven is the fuel of them. I know they have to depend on me. My sons, I know they have to depend on me. You individuals like yo coming to me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
my drive. You see?
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but again, I'm all about my money, man. That's all I want is money. I don't care about none of that. If I sign, I don't even like signing autographs, but I will for the kids.
Mhm.
Adults, yeah, I blow y'all up. But the youth, I break character for the youth. They need us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's fair, man. That's
I
right.
definitely break character
That's
for the youth.
nice.
Just the youth.
Nice.
One time, maybe two. But you catch me on the humble. If I see you, hurry up. Let's get her done so nobody see nothing. And you ain't gonna catch me taking photos with Connor the flag after I whip his ass and posting it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm from the old school, baby. Kayfabe. I've been fading a long time, long before wrestling. I've been
Right.
6 feet, keep your distance long before COVID. Yeah, I mean? So, but yeah.
Damn, I was thinking about going up and chatting and buddying Deget up when we get up there on Saturday, but now I feel like I might get a chair shot.
Yes, sir. We give him the head nod.
Oh nah, son. You peoples, we gonna kick it all night if we have to. Yeah, I mean, you different. You different. You close.
Uh,
Y'all close. All right,
all
come
right,
on
man.
in.
And we
Yeah, I mean,
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, really, man. We do. We do. Well, look, man, you're telling so many good
yeah,
stories,
y'all
man.
different.
I'm having so much fun. I told you before we got on here that I wanted to talk about this
I
match with
told
Matt
you we gonna
Striker.
call it on the fly, baby.
Put it
Yes,
up. Can I put
sir.
this match up?
Matt Striker.
So,
That
all
was a
right. So
great
just
match.
just to set up
That was a,
people, this is Deget
I think
Bundlez
I
against Matt
think
Striker from.
that match, the gimmick of that match was the brass knuckles.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hold on. Let me see if I get this thing up. There it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the
Sorry.
brass knuckle gimmick. It's the story we told with the knuckles.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's get it rolling then,
I'm
baby.
trying to get it up here right now. Here we go. All right. Let's see. We got. Still
Hey,
trying to.
hey, I ain't got nothing but time, man. I'm waiting on my food.
All right. Now,
Wife ordered up some subs.
can you see it?
No, sir, not on my end. Oh,
There it
there we
is.
go. They go to my man right there, that ring announcer. There
So,
you go.
all right. So this is for those anybody who wants to watch along. This is Dog Pro Wrestling, June 23rd. Matt Striker versus Deget Bundlez.
Matthias, what up?
Hit and play right now. So we just watch Deget. Listen, I thought I was going to have
Play
some
right
questions
now.
for you. You just talk, man. Tell us what's going on here. Tell us stories.
Hey, man, go question, shoot. I'm waiting to see my come through.
I think
what
you're
we got
first.
going on here?
I think
Matt?
you're first.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's
Yeah,
the
there you
bad
are.
guy. There we go.
That's a bad man walking to the ring right there.
Yeah, facts. That NRLL heavyweight championship right
Woo.
there.
Mm.
What championship is that?
My man Rich Rule just came on here and said, "Give me a Bruiser Brody shirt."
Ah,
Well, there go your boy, the hustler. We make our way in the ring like we do. You know what I mean?
yep.
NRLL, Carlos Romero out there in
Mhm.
Greensboro. Yo, he gave me my first big, I swear, I probably wrestled in front of 4,000 or 5,000 people down there in Greensboro after I got done with Fireside Pro Wrestling. A couple guys brought me over there. Bro, listen, we was at the Greensboro Coliseum.
Mhm.
So you already know when I'm feeling that energy from Ric
Yeah.
Flair and all of them walking through. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
bro. They go, Matt, he coming out with a towel like me.
Yep.
Maybe Taz.
Oh yeah. So he's the baby face
Yeah,
playing
this
it
was a
up.
good match right here. Listen, Matt, yo, that dude is he's talented, bro. He's good. Like in the back, we barely even talked anything. Everything was just talked to in the ring, bro.
Mm. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Old
yeah.
school. But like
Yep.
I gotta figure you
I
I
love
like
that.
you were saying earlier, like the acting and the music and stuff is like how to make a crowd happy, read a crowd. I mean, I gotta imagine you could call it on the fly better than most because you've been reading crowds all over the place.
Yeah, man. Yeah, got to. Well, like I tell her, when we started out and happened to learn the psychology, once people learn the psychology of wrestling
Mhm.
and know what you want to do, putting matches to be so simple. So simple, man. But you got cats that feel they need to do this, do that, and it's not about the moves, like L said at OVW. It's not about the moves. I'm trying to make you a superstar. I could teach
Yeah.
L say, this is what L Snow say, boss. That's boss. I could make you, I could teach you how to wrestle, but I'm trying to make you a superstar. You see
Right.
how that weighs out?
Right.
It's not about the moves, because how many people gonna remember everything you do in a match?
Right.
You know?
It's like your
It's about the
grandpa
moments. Yeah,
with
it's
Ultimate
like the
Warrior.
moments. Yeah, man. And the finisher.
What's
That's
your
all they're gonna
finisher?
really remember until you get. Oh, I got a lot of shit. It all depends on who I'm working with. I got an arsenal for different sizes, shapes, and heights and everything, bub.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I, I can't wait to see what he
I
pulls out
switch
for
my
Connor.
style up. I switch my style up every three matches, and we went 3-1 last night in the gauntlet match, Dark Storm and I. So it's about time I got to switch my style up. This called beat your ass, Connor.
Uh-oh.
Connor, Connor in trouble.
Whew.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we going through here right now. Intros. I believe
Mhm.
I already stashed
All right, there's Matt doing a
the
little dance.
gimmick. Yeah, he was real spunky that night.
He got to be with them
Oh
tights,
man.
man. Whew.
That's very good. You said the
Yeah,
gimmick is that the
so I'm playing the old classic right there. Yo, back him up, slow him down, man. And yeah, I mean,
Right,
this is
right.
my match. Chill out, slow him down.
Dictating, dictating. I like it.
Yeah, man.
got some golf pants on or something?
I'm real methodical with my style. Even though I come to fight, brawl, and stuff, I'm,
Hmm.
I'm real methodical.
Well, it shows you're thinking, man. Hey, you're not just in there throwing hands for no reason. You're thinking
Nah,
about
we're
it. I
gonna
like that.
nah. Then we're gonna throw the fair one. You got to keep your mind. That's why
Hmm.
Oh,
we do them blow up drills.
he got that dude crouch chopping you.
Yeah, that crowd up there in New Jersey, they hate me, bub.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't like me too tough. So I understand Connor might be a fan favorite and everything, but I'm coming to do what I do.
Right.
We just, like I said, we just got out of the ring yesterday. Dark some like 23 minutes. I want to know if he could keep up.
You think it's going to take 23 minutes to do
Yeah,
what
here
you're
we
going to
go,
do with
Dark
Connor?
Side. Huh?
I said, you think it's going to take 23 minutes to do what you got to do with Connor?
I'm coming in on some Mike Tyson stuff,
There
say.
you go.
I'm coming in on some Mike Tyson stuff. Here we go.
He's talking about Netflix against
A
Jake.
lot of
But he's talking about Mike
This
Tyson.
match was a lot of character work, which I knew we
Mhm.
wasn't gonna get into nothing too funky.
Mm-hmm.
This match, this is when it started letting me know that less is more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we ended up like years after that, ended up at OVW to really understand less is more. You know what I mean? And again, that goes back to not the moves, but character work. You see what I'm saying? Either you're a wrestler or you're a worker. When you're a worker, you become a star. You're a wrestler, well, they know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Back, back to that headlock, that drop down sequence. Pivot, he hit me with this arm drag. Yeah. Well, you know, Matt came in. He's from W. He just came out of WWE when we did that. So,
Yeah.
but that match right there was a top notch match. When they told me when Will told me that I had to wrestle Matt Striker, I popped just on the strip because I knew who he was just from being in the league. You know,
Right.
and what he done in the league. So I'm like, okay, here we go. Watch this. They don't know Buns know this right here. Look at that. You see that? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't break out all my arsenal. I don't let the right hand know what the left hand doing and vice versa. Secrets, the war.
I got it back.
Yeah, he got it back. See, because this is all character work. He was showing me a TV match, and before I even knew it, before I even got the
Mm-hmm.
TV. You see what I'm saying? And that's why Matt Striker is. We was talking through the whole match.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, we talk all the time
Yeah,
about when dudes in this business level up, and you can feel it. You can see it in them when they've gained
yeah,
something, they
that's
learned
it.
something.
Right. And you just go with the flow, bro. And me and Dirk, I told you guys, like, anytime you step in the ring with us, just know, prepare yourself for a TV battle. We, that's how we structure ourselves. Everything TV, bub. None of that flippity flop, floppity flop, Gamsy stuff. Get all my shit in. Now, we doing TV stuff.
Right.
You want to learn here?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to teach you how to do TV stuff.
Yeah. I didn't know about Gamsey, but I'm taking that too.
MC, well, that's another acronym I brought out long before. You know what I mean? I was in the locker room at Mega. I said, Gamsy. He just said, what's Gamsy? I said, get all my shit. Because all they kept saying was get all my shit in, get all my shit in, get all my shit in. I was like, these Gamsy ass dudes. He said, yeah, what's Gamsy? I said, get all my shit in. Then you got somebody calling themselves the Vanilla Gorilla. Like, really? Vanilla Gorilla? And then next thing you know, they got Gamsey written down their tights. Really? Vanilla Gorilla? Are you kidding me? Who you, the abominable snowman or something? Come on, man. It's only one gorilla. I've been saying this gorilla stuff long even when I got into business. Silverback. I got t-shirts to prove that. You see me?
Yeah.
What is a vanilla gorilla? Have you ever seen a vanilla gorilla? Have you ever seen an albino gorilla?
No.
Honestly,
I have
just
not.
I'll just keep it frank.
Yep.
Have you ever seen an albino gorilla?
Nope.
Never.
So what the heck is a vanilla gorilla? That's all I want to know.
I
Back.
got.
Get
Oh,
some
man.
ice. What's wrong? Yeah, man. So here come my heat right here.
Uh-huh.
Put a little steam on that.
Yeah.
Talk shit to the kids.
Yeah, you got to.
You gotta let them know what's up.
Yeah. I chastise you if your parents then.
That's
Like
right.
I
It's real
do
life.
grown men.
That's right. You sit there, it's real life.
What you doing? Why you do that? Why you duck over? Yeah, come in here. You know, keep them living. Back on them. Take that, Matt Striker.
Striker, a New York guy?
Now, how is y'all film roll? Oh, that's the face to the apron gimmick. Now, mine's is going in seconds, like click, click, click. How are y'all film rolling over there?
Except mine's running the same.
Okay. So we just
Is
looking
it
at
choppy for y'all?
Yeah, it's just kind of like
for me
second by
too.
second.
Oh, damn. Oh,
It's like
shit.
it's like frame. You know what I mean?
Damn. All right. Well, we're learning on the fly here. I
No,
apologize.
we almost
but...
to the end of the match. Keep it going. We
Oh,
almost to the
yeah.
end of the match.
Oh, yeah. I
We
am.
going into the
You
I
know,
just
like
hope it
this,
records all right on my
to the
side.
weird out hole.
Hold them
Here come
down.
the comeback. We're about to get to that finish. Now, you saw earlier when I put the brass knuckles in the corner, correct?
Yep.
Right?
Pay attention. Yeah, this was a fun match.
Yeah, it looked like it. When I pulled up, I said, yeah, we're going to talk about
Big
this.
slam.
Here we go.
Dude, it's like Bob. It's like we talk about all the time, man. It's a complete story. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You follow it. You know
That's it.
exactly what's going on.
With the sound
What
off.
happened? Right, with the sound off. Listen, stories is what drew you to next weekend and next weekend and next weekend and next
Yes.
weekend.
Yes.
No doubt.
Not that flippity flop, floppity flip.
Right.
Stories. It's the story. It's like reading a book. Superhero, good guy, bad guy, Batman, Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you came home from school and you watched that cartoon and they end that story, you had to like, what you look forward to? If it came on a Monday, you're looking for Tuesday's story.
Yep.
And if they came on once a week, you're looking for next week's story.
Oh, there.
Just tell a story.
Did he get the
There
win?
you
He
go.
did.
You see that? Yeah, he got the little roll up. I done gimmick myself where the brass knuckles were.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Ran right into it and he rolled me up. Schoolboy. Deep pin.
Oh, he's calling. What are they going to go
And-
dance? Oh, they're going in the ring to dance now. Oh, damn.
Yeah, they was dancing. Listen, man. That
Dude, that was a great match. That was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like when I did that match, that made me feel like that took me to it's levels to this game.
Right?
When I say the
Right.
game entertainment, it's levels. Basically, not even entertainment. We're not even going to use labels. Levels to anything that you're trying to prevail with in life.
Right.
It's levels. It's like a video game, and one of my analogies I tell them, remember when you used to play Donkey Kong?
Mm-hmm.
And you get all the way up to the top, and you got to figure out Donkey Kong, get over there, get to there, bong, to say the princess. And what happened? Here to with the bears, we got to set over. And now you starting to learn Donkey Kong rhythm of how you release them barrels.
Right.
Now you all smart Donkey Kong.
Yeah, you're right.
Now
Dude.
you up to the next level.
And it's like you
That
said, man,
match
you got to keep your ears open. You got to be willing to learn that. Because like you said,
That's it.
now you learn in the levels, but if you're not, you're too busy, like you said, trying to get your stuff in, and that's not even with the rest of it, just in life.
Gone before the Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah, you just, you got to.
I'm just saying, I'm just going to put that out there. Shouts out to Darkstorm. I was the first who said it. You know who I'm talking about. I ain't worried about them suckers, man. They ain't did what I did.
Damn.
They doing what I'm doing, but they haven't did what I done did. I dumb it down for the ring. Remember that. I dumb it down for the ring.
Yeah, you got to. Got to. You can't let them know everything. Got to keep some cards close to the vest.
Mm. Yeah. What Wu-Tang saying? What Wu-Tang say? Guard your grill, knuckle up.
Hold up, baby.
Guard your grill. But
Yep.
listen though, at the conclusion of that match, Buns had a botch, but didn't nobody know because that's how smooth both of us were to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
It was an arm drag situation leading up to me flipping. You
Okay.
see? I missed it. Bun botch up and not too often. Remember that. You might catch one error, but I was mad at myself after he got a celebration on and everything. So when I walk into the back, Matt is at in Gorilla when I walked through the curtain. Now, when I started this game, they told me if a veteran of somebody is standing in the back, is either you messed up or they condoning you. So Matt, I come through. I'm mad at myself because of just one little spot, which was blanket. You know,
Right.
I come on mad at myself, taking myself off. I look up, Matt right there, and go like, ah. So in my head, real quick, it triggered me like, ah, he finna get at me about the arm drag situation, the clothesline. You're like, listen, I done got paid. I could have left already, but I wanted to stand back here and wait to shake your hand. Now he telling this in front of the whole locker room when I walked through. The way that it was set up at that gymnasium. I could have left, but I wanted to wait to shake your hand to let you know how good you were in that ring and you're ready. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, I don't know where you learned your pace from, if it had to do anything with acting, but thank you for the pace that you gave me for letting me to sell when you was giving me the heat.
Oh, awesome.
You know what I mean? Because, again, mind you, I thought he was about to jump on my bones about the little. It wasn't even a botch. It was just a missed situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we blanketed so well, like grandma's Afghan. Nobody knew unless I just told you like I am right now. You see me?
Right.
I didn't see it.
Right.
And everything. So I know that's right. So after that, I'm like, again, Huck brought me up the dog to Lawrence and everything. And I'm like, oh, you hit it? He like, yo, he already. Now, mind you, before I came out the ring, why I so small while he was celebrating, he was already in the back telling the boys, top that. That's what he was yelling, top that.
Nice.
Will, that's what Huckabee told me. He was like, yo, he already came back here talking about top 10. Now, that's how you perform. So after Matt did that, I went back to North Carolina and Huntersville and Lake Norman. Woke up the next day to Twitter bomb Matt Striker putting me over.
Oh, damn.
Watch out for him. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, so once you recognize certain things, because I know that the E will send players out to certain individuals just to see where they at in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's
and
awesome.
You'll have to be tested and willing to be tested. You understand?
Yep.
At any given time. So once you're tested and you're willing to be tested, that just level you up. Donkey Kong. You figure out Donkey Kong barrel tosses. Now you kill it. Level 2. We here. So that's what I took out of that match with Matt Striker and just stayed focused on my path to propel to do what I have to do to who you have right now in front of you on this interview.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Damn. It is awesome. So what's next? What's the future hold?
Money.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
That's
he told
it.
us earlier, Bob.
Right,
he told
the
us he's
mailbox.
about the bags, man.
Mailbox
He's
is
about the bags.
next.
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. But I have people depending on me and my spouse, and
Hmm.
that's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and when I say just live and let God have His way, man. That's how I move, man. I'm just a vessel. You
Yeah.
understand? I'm just a vessel.
Yep.
So when I put that sail up, and God says,
Right.
that's how I go. Other than that, I don't move, Bob. You know what I'm saying? So, however, God, it's already written before we come to earth.
Yes,
You see
sir.
me?
Yep.
It's
I love the
already
way you put
written.
that, Deget. Yeah, absolutely.
So, whatever God have next for me, then that's what I do. If it's not for me, then it's not for me. You see me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
100%, man.
Ain't nobody can
that's
get in your
it,
way
Bob.
but you, man.
But I do what I can tell you that it's already laid out in concrete, Rosetta Stone, about Connor the Maggot
That's it.
flag boy. Oh man. Oh my bad. I
No.
mean Connor the flag boy. Yeah. I'm coming up to New Jersey. Sacred Heart Church. June 28th, baby. It's the return of the hustler. We're gonna whip it up.
Oh man. We'll be
We're
there.
gonna
I'm
whip
ready.
it
Be
up.
good.
I'm
I
ready.
can't wait, Bob.
Woo. I'm ready. Well, Daggett, listen, it's been real nice having you on, man. It was real nice to meet you. And I'll hold you to Saturday, man. We're gonna hang out.
Hey man. As soon as I pop up, we up.
All
Yeah, we're
right,
looking
sounds
forward to
good,
meeting you,
man.
man, and
No doubt,
we
brother.
can't wait
I
to see you
appreciate it.
on
Yeah,
that
man.
ass.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's it. That's it. All right,
Yeah.
my man.
We
Hey,
up
thank
there.
you.
We own it. That's what we do. That's what we get paid for, man.
Hell
I got
yeah.
miles to feed.
That's
You know what
There
I
you
it.
mean?
go. Yes,
Connor the
sir.
Flag Boys,
Yes,
just
sir.
another bump
So
in the road.
just another bump, just a mile. My girl could drive over that.
On the way to the on the way to the mailbox to get that check.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, get that set. Get
that's
that
it.
set.
All right, again, hey, it was nice meeting you, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Well, there it is. Yeah, I was just saying, I think we might have lost you
All
for a
right.
second. I was
Well,
saying,
y'all
we'll see
have
you on
brothers have a
Saturday.
blessed night and travel light.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You too. Be safe, and we will see you on Saturday.
All right. Travel light.
Yes, sir. You too.
Bless.
Thank you. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, man, that I did not expect to be toasting the camera with my Mountain Dew can, John. That's for sure. But what a fun guy! He's so fun.
Hey, man, you can't help but love that guy. That's as real as it gets, man.
It really is, man. Hey, and look, nothing but respect. My man says, "I'm looking out for that money." I,
Well, he's out for the bags, man. He's out for the bags.
me too. Me too. I get it. I get it, and I respect him for it. That was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. I am looking forward to seeing him in person. I bet you he's going to be a hell of a character in person too. And he mentioned the after party, so we'll see what happens at
Agreed.
that after party.
Hey, man, we're gonna have a good time. That's for sure.
Shots on shots on shots. Like that night we saw the Dead Milkmen, John. You might have to
Ooh, that was a great night, my friend.
yeah, until the very end when I was throwing up 7-Eleven or combos or some shit in your damn toilet.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
It was a hell of a night, man.
Those are the night. Those are the nights, brother.
They were,
We've
man.
shared a few in our day.
We've been friends for, years, so we've had a lot of time to do it.
Hey, 70s were a long time ago. And no, listeners, we are not kidding.
That's right. Disco was king.
Mm.
Jeez, man.
Baby Bobby and Little John had a lot of paisley back in the day with some pop collars, man. Butterflies and bell bottoms, baby.
If I'm Baby Bobby, then you better get it right. That is John John. You are John. That was John John and Little Bobby that was Bobby Hobart even.
Bobby Hobart. Good days, man. Good days. But yes, Deget is the man, and yes, we absolutely cannot wait to see him. And all the performers, man. It's going to be an absolute blast on Saturday.
Yes, absolutely. We're looking forward to it. But there's a lot of great wrestling action coming up this weekend. John, we have been going for almost 3 hours already. This podcast is nuts, but I don't care because we're about to introduce another renamed segment. As our weekend preview segment is now the IWX Control Center
So, and here's why, John, because and I think maybe some other people got tired of me just reading a list of matches. So I thought we would change it up a little bit, make it a little bit more robust, and we'll see if this actually works because I've already had some trouble dealing with technology on our Facebook Live earlier tonight. So we'll see if this technology holds up for me, and if it works, great. So let's get to it. The IWX Control Center. Starting off this weekend, actually, as you're listening to this, I believe if I can get to it, yes, there are 2 events to announce for today, Thursday, June 26th, as you're listening. First of all, is a seminar for any performers listening to the show. Gabe Sapolsky is going to be doing a seminar for Coastal Championship Wrestling in Florida. The event reads, calling all professional wrestlers, this is your chance to get important eyes on you. Learn and evolve. You're invited to this special seminar and scouting tryout with WWE's Gabe Sapolsky, $99 a person. I got to say, that's a bargain, right?
I would say so, especially I mean Sapolsky, that's a big name that backstage you and I know or have heard of. And yeah, if you get a chance if that's where you're trying to get to is WWE, man, there's some good eyeballs to get on you. So, man, good luck to all the guys and gals that go out there.
Agreed. And actually, I saw a post for that thing with the Sonny Ono tryout in Chicago that Tully was talking about. So there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of opportunities for people, for serious workers and performers out there who want to level themselves up, who want to hone their craft, man. And if it were me, if I was a performer, I would be going to as many of them as I possibly could. But again, what do I know? I'm not a performer. On Thursday night, also, Appalachian Championship Wrestling is having a show called For Those About to Rock 2025. It's going to take place at the Buffalo Wild Wings out in Hope, West Virginia. You a Hope, West Virginia guy, John, or do you know about Hope, West Virginia?
I have no idea where Hope, West Virginia is, but I do know I like the sound of this card, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got, all right, first of all, because this is what I do and we're going to waste time here. Hope, West Virginia. Well, of course, my damn internet is going to be a problem. All right, so we'll come back to it while the map is pulling up. Oh, there it goes. All right, so Mount Hope, West Virginia is near. It's in Fayette County, near Beckley.
Okay, I know where Beckley's at.
So if that gives you an idea, I don't really know where that is in the state very much, but I think it's closer to, well, it looks like it's about midway actually through the state, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good bit north of where I lived at, but yes, Beckley is a pretty well known spot.
Certainly for Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express, I know that for sure. But Appalachian Championship Wrestling, big card coming up. Betty D is going to take on Emily Rose. OK is going to be there taking on Zayden. You got a triple threat tag match. Point Break versus Cowpoke Paul and Corey versus DD Trash. And then the main event. I know this is what John was circling, man. Shane Douglas and the Barbarian. Powers of Pain Barbarian. Plus Principal Chad taking on the new franchise players in a 6-man tag match. Wait, you were doing something when I came back to I didn't see what you're doing.
Oh, Principal Chad. Let's go. I got to imagine Shane Douglas not taking real well to the new franchise players there. Coming in to lay a little old school SmackDown in.
Hell yes, dude. I love it. I love it. But a Barbarian match, man. I tell you what, I would be, there's not going to be too many more opportunities you're going to get to see the Barbarian or Shane Douglas perform. So, because everybody's getting older, and I don't know how many more chances I'm going to get, but I'd love to see the Barbarian live. I don't think I ever have.
I have not, and I'd be down for it for sure.
Yeah.
That's, that, like you said, take the opportunity to see the heroes, the guys you want to see. If you get a chance, check them out.
No doubt. All right, so moving on to Friday, one of our ranked promotions. I have them ranked as an intergender promotion. If they have if they disagree with that, but that's because they had a female champion. There was their last champion before John Davis. Caitlin Marie was their champion. Um, but Premier Wrestling Federation is having Unsanctioned 2. It's taking place at the Carolina Wrestling Academy in Newport, North Carolina. Huge card. The aforementioned Caitlin Marie taking on one of John's favorites, Mickey Knuckles, in a 1-to-3 series match.
Yes. Favorite of the show, Mickey Knuckles. Absolutely.
Hey, and let me tie it back into earlier. If you want to talk about severe violent nature, Mickey Knuckles it.
She is up there.
And also on this card, we have another 1-to-3 series match. Colby Carino will be there taking on Javi. Love Colby Carino.
We love him. Love you, Colby.
Yep. John Davis, the PWF champion, is going to issue an open challenge on this show. You're also going to have Jack Tatum taking on Trayvon Ali for the Oceanic Championship. And Dylan Crossley battling Tenchi X in an unsanctioned match. But finally, I saw that there was a match added late. August Fears, I believe, is tired of Ricky Hendricks. He has enlisted the Carolina Grappler XL. So August Fears and the Carolina Grappler XL are going to take on Ricky Hendricks and a partner of his choosing at this show. Let's hear from August Fears.
You just can't let things go, can you, Ricky? You just can't stay in the place that I put you in. You want to get your hands on me, man? You want to beat me up? Fine. I challenge you to a match with moi and XL. And you can pick anybody. I mean, pick anybody. I don't care who you bring. Because whoever you pick, Ricky, they're going to witness me. Just like you did, and just like the people do. Anybody, Ricky. Bring anybody.
Tough words from August Fears. He's ready.
August does not sound like he's playing around anymore. He's had enough.
No, and then actually, just before we go on the air, I had this all set up to play. Just before we go on the air, they announced Ricky Hendricks. Ricky Hendricks' tag team partner for that match. They're not saving it for the show. It's Rob Killjoy, folks. August Fears and the Carolina Grappler XL will be taking on Ricky Hendricks and Rob Killjoy on Friday night. It's going to be a banger, man.
Great.
Let's see. So on Friday also, we've got freelance wrestling. They are having Freelance versus the World 11. Takes place at the Logan Square Auditorium in Chicago, Illinois. Calvin Tankman's going to be there taking on Darius Luttrell. Gotta love the tag team names here. COCKS battling White Meat. You've also got Isaiah Velasquez taking on Alfonso Gonzalez, the former freelance champion. Home Cooking are going to defend the tag titles against Bang and Matthews. Chico Suave is going to take on Sabin Gage. Coda Hernandez is going to defend the legacy title against Mustafa Ali. And Devin Monroe is going to battle Regan Lydale for the freelance championship. That's one stacked card.
That's a banger right there for sure.
No
and
doubt.
Chicago's doing it up.
Seriously, man. Seriously. I love Calvin Tankman, man.
Oh, you and me both.
Another promotion that we have reviewed, folks that we love, that we've seen a bunch of times, Pro Championship Wrestling is having another Limelight event at the Tri-Counties Community Center in Marysville, California. Starting off with a tag team battle royal. Final two advance to the tag title match at Pandemonium. Love me a good tag team battle royal.
Yes, absolutely.
We've got Boyce LeGrand taking on Ultimo Jaguar in a non-title match. John's guy, Dickie Dakin, taking on Sergio Santana.
Dickie.
Yeah, Dickie. He didn't win that belt. I guess he didn't take down Blakesley after he won that Rumble.
No, but man, Dickie Dakin's no joke.
Agreed. Serzo is also going to take on OC Hayes. RC and Don are going to battle Rick Luxury and Ethan Reno. Another guy, an IWX favorite, Illumide, going to take on Preston Price. And it's coming out.
A bad man.
He is. Love Illumide, man. And in the main event, been a long time coming here for this one too. Bad News Blakesley is going to take on primetime Zach Reeb. Now this match, or this event we've talked about so many times, but I can't talk about it enough. We are going to be at it Saturday. It's going to be our first Saturday show in the Control Center today. Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators. Sacred Heart Church, Riverton, New Jersey. Huge card. Nick Batee taking on Getty Calhoun. Biggie Biggs versus Silver Lobo. A Justin Adams Open Challenge. Vinny the Fixer, the new dog champion, is going to take on Marvelous for that championship.
See that one.
Oh, I'm excited for that. Marvelous is the man.
He's awesome.
Dave Dahl and Dylan Mesh, Dr. Lawrence Zirconium's favorite guy, Dave Dahl, will be on the back of Dylan Mesh, apparently, as they take on the Super Crazy and Skid Row Tag Team Champions, Primal Fear. That match is also going to be nuts.
Crazy.
The WWGP Women's title is going to be on the line. Valerie Verman is going to defend that title against Stevie Brooks. John, I've got some comments here from Valerie Verman.
Hello, dog wrestling fans. It is I, Valerie Berman, your WWGP Women's Champion, here to tell you that on June 28th, I'm going against and beating Stevie Brooks, aka Stevie Book, because she's as boring as books. You know, everyone hates books. Anyways, I have been winning all my matches at Dog, and I plan to continue doing that when I show Stevie that pretty always wins.
Oh, Valerie Berman is great. Oh man, but I'm still going. We got more to hear from. We're previewing this show, man, because I'm excited about it. I know John is. Goldie is going to be there defending the WWGP title against Ref Becky's husband and also former AEW superstar Nick Camarado. That match is going to be sick, John.
Listen, Goldie's going to have his hands full, man. You know, he had one monster already. We watched a great match with Dijak. It doesn't get any easier. Nick is not somebody to be messed with.
Nope, not at all. But Goldie's got opinions of his own about this match. Let's hear him.
Nick Camarado, I hear you're demanding to face the best that Dog has to offer. First things first, I don't know who you think you are demanding anything from Dog management, but I'm going to keep things simple for everyone. You're looking for the best? Open up your eyes, Nick, because you're looking at the WWGP champion. So June 28th at Sacred Heart Church in historic Riverton, New Jersey, just like everyone else for the past year, you're going to realize why this is the golden era, and I'm born better.
My man's ready.
Goldie is, and he's ready for action.
He is. That's going to be a great match. If we think highly of Goldie, I think he's a star, so I'm looking forward to that match big time.
It'd be a good one.
Someone else who's looking forward to another match, Jack Martins, has a tall order in front of him this weekend as he looks to take down former WWE star Tank Toland, who, good luck to him. But Jack has a ton of confidence headed into this match. Let's hear from Jack Martins.
Tank Toland, former WWE superstar. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jack Martins, and I am your opponent at the next Dog event, June 28th. And personally, I'm not a fan of you. I'm not a fan of you because you come from a long line of guys who reached the mountaintop of this industry, the pinnacle. And when you're done there, you come back down with us and try to use the younger talent of the wrestling industry to keep your name relevant. But you made a grave mistake in choosing to step in the ring with Jack Martins. See, over the last 2 years, I have been making a name for myself across this area. For the last 2 years, I have been blazing a trail of destruction everywhere I go, stacking bodies on bodies on bodies. You have to step in the ring with me, not the other way around. So come June 28th at the dog event, I am going to put your other foot in that grave you are already halfway in, because you will not use my name to keep your name relevant. I will show you exactly what the real Jack Martins is all about. I will show you what do or die is all about. I'll see you June 28th, Tank Toland.
Woohoo! The grave you're already halfway in.
And Jack is coming, man. He's serious.
I like that, man. That was a nice line. I enjoyed that, man. Oh man, still going on this card. As we mentioned earlier, Deget Bundlez is going to be there taking on Connor the Flag Boy. There will be a special appearance by world-ranked bantamweight professional boxer Emmanuel Rodriguez. And one more match, Samuel Thompson is going to take on one of my guys. John, I know he's going to be one of yours when this is over. Known as the God of Dad Bod normally, but since we're at a church, like Dr. Zirconium said, he's just Dad Bod. And let's hear from Dad Bod.
Samuel Thompson! I'm in a location that I made up completely in my imagination. June 28th. You're not gonna need imagination to know what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna break your bones. I'm gonna take your soul. And I'm gonna deny you the opportunities you want at dog professional wrestling. Because I'm the God of Dad Bod. And you haven't prayed to me yet.
He's ready. We're ready.
Oh, Dad Bod is a man after my own heart.
No doubt, man. No doubt. That's gonna be a great show. Again, that's Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, Sacred Heart Church, Riverton, New Jersey. Doors open at 7, bell time 7:30. We will be there. Indie Wrestling Experience will be there with all sorts of fun stuff, and hopefully, if we get it all lined up, we'll have a raffle for free tickets. Come join us. Let's see. Also, we got plenty more here. I know we've been going a long time, but we've got Midwest All-Star Wrestling. They are having headlocks and headlocks at Headflyer Brewing 2. I almost got that out. That's in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Leon King taking on Jerry Ulricher. X versus Theseus. Coda Jacobs versus Cornelius Vaughn. Rampage Santana taking on Nick Pride. And another one of our folks, Nahir Robles, will be there taking on Brittany Kay. Love to hear Robles, man. She can get a crowd going.
Yes, she can.
We've got Pro Wrestling King is going to take place at, start over. Pro Wrestling King is going to have a show called No Guts, No Glory at the Holiday Inn in Mishawaka, Indiana. They are having the Aggro Crag Challenge. They're also having, the other matches include Steffi Mack versus Mercy, Sean Sparks versus Nick Depp, Casey Clay versus Paris McQueen for the Women's Championship, the Asylum versus Black Hand Society versus the Gruesome Twosome for the Tag Team Championship, James Ellsworth hoping to hit No Chin Music and win the Heritage Championship from Brutus Dillon. And here he is again, Mustafa Ali going after the Double Crown Championship, taking on Ashton Adonis. Big weekend for Mustafa Ali.
Man, that guy does not let any moss grow, that's for sure.
No doubt. And I could watch all those matches. His matches are fantastic. Oh, it's great. Also on Saturday, we got Blitzkrieg Pro, another indie wrestling experience ranked promotion, having a show called Luau at Thompson Hall in Enfield, Connecticut, featuring the mother of all scrambles, but also the East Coast Bastard Crew versus the Ancestral City Shooters in a fans bring the pool toys match.
I'm not sure what it is, but I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, I got a noodle I could bring with me, No More Heroes is going to take on Delta House and a mystery partner in a 6-man tag. B3 TJC, it's hard for me to say, but one of my favorite new tag teams, Becca and TJ Crawford, defending their tag titles against Miracle Generation. We're going to have Bryce Donovan's going to be there taking on Dijak. Krule is going to be there taking on CPA for the Blitzkrieg Pro Championship. And the former Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly, will be there taking on Charles Mason. That's a stat card there too, my friend.
Yeah, that's another good one, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing it up.
Yes.
Yeah, Blitzkrieg. Nice.
Oh, let's see. 3 Legacies wrestling up in Pennsylvania. They are having Spirit of the Ring on Saturday at the Pusillo Gym in Millersville, Pennsylvania. We're going to hear from some folks on this show. South Philly's Finest. They're going to defend the tag titles against Montekia and Smiley. I actually don't have a note. I might have that backwards. Oh, shoot. I hope I don't. Anyway, South Philly's Finest versus Montekia and Smiley for the tag team titles. Also, Bro Keller versus Naeem Brooks. And Stan Styles of the CWO, the Creamy World Order, the Dairy Daddy, going after the CWA Women's Championship, taking on Bitterness. Bro, you know we got to hear from Stan Styles, right?
Let's hear what the Dairy Daddy has to say.
3 Legacies Wrestling, June 28th, Spirit of the Cream. And guess what? Stan Styles is back, and he's coming to town. And Bitterness, Lynx, whatever your name is, Legend of Zelda, challenge accepted. You see, you two goth girls need to go back to Hot Topic, where you belong. Because I'm Stan Styles, the Chiclet Supreme, the King of Cream, and the boss of the IGB. That stands for the Intergender Bonanza Toots. And I think it's very suitable that moi takes that CWA Women's Championship away from Bitterness. Because I think it deserves to be on someone who's bigger, who's badder, and just so creamy. So June 28th, Spirit of the Cream, get ready, because Stan Styles is getting that title around my waist. Look at that. The shirt, they're expensive. Whether you two like it or not. And that's right.
That's your boy, John.
That's my man.
He's a hell of a promo, man. No, I mean, just there's no two ands, ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh, man. Okay, so we're talking about 3 Legacies Wrestling. We still got more matches and more to hear from. Byron Simmons is going to take on Ace Dallas, a guy we discovered for real a couple of weeks ago at WDWA. Just Jay is going to be there taking on Sam Adams. We've got Tarzan Duran and JS Hawthorne taking on former Voltage Tag Team Champions Nice and Smooth. And finally,
that's going to be a great match.
Yes, it absolutely is. Big fan of Nice and Smooth, man. Those guys have been hunting for championships ever since they lost those Voltage belts.
Absolutely.
And love to see them.
And yeah, I'm a big Tarzan Duran fan.
Yes, absolutely. Last match on this card, Al Snook is going to take on Arez Perez. Let's hear from Arez Perez.
You know, the clock was ticking, and it's finally time. All this waiting, all this training has finally paid off. Hello, 3LW fans. Let me introduce myself. My name is El Sazón del Caribe, Ares Pérez. Y estoy tan emocionado. I'm so excited to announce that I will be making my debut for 3LW June 28th. I'm so freaking excited to show you guys what I'm all about. You see, not only am I representing CWA, I'm representing the most beautiful island in the world, Puerto Rico, papi. So I know 3LW has a lot of flavor. I know they got some amazing talent, but they don't have any sazon. So 3LW, it doesn't matter who you put in front of me. I'm gonna show you guys what El Sazón del Caribe is all about, papi. Porque ese soy yo soy puertorriqueño y vine aquí a enseñarle a todos de que yo estoy hecho. Así que nos vemos junio 28 y acuérdense que yo soy el Sazón del Caribe para que tú lo veas.
Sounds like Ares Perez is ready, willing and able, man. That's going to be a fun show.
He is. He's ready for him. He's ready for war. That's for sure.
Yeah, he is. Down here in our neck of the wood, John, Waldorf, Maryland, Assault Wrestling Alliance is having rules don't apply. The show is rescheduled, I think, for May or April at the Unique Sports Academy in Waldorf, Maryland. Casey Lennox is going to be there, John, taking on Renee Michelle, who I think I first got introduced to as Rockstar Spud's wife, right?
Correct. Yeah, so that's going to be a good match. Those girls can go.
Yep. Another indie wrestling experience favorite, IWX favorite, highly ranked all the time, the belt collector, Adriana the Big Daddy, one of my absolute favorites. She's going to be there defending that title against Sis Sasaki and Scarlet Maiden in a triple threat match. You're also going to have Christian Robinson taking on Jordan Oliver. And the Golden Glovers are back. The Russian Assassins have had the AWA tag team titles for a very long time. They beat the Glovers to win those belts. We haven't seen much of the Glovers since, but they are back, John, and I think they want those belts.
Saturday, Russian Assassins, AWA. You guys have something that we had. You guys took from us. And guess what? We're coming back for them, baby.
Like we always do. We're gonna rob, hit bombs, and leave. Stay golden, baby.
Lovers are coming to town. They want those belts. I hope. Wow.
They feel like they got them stolen. They want them back.
That's it, man. Listen, the masked Russians have been running roughshod over AWA for years. 3 years now, I think it's been. Vladimir Koloff at the head of the table with John's favorite guy in the world, Bill Alfonso, in his corner. John's a Bill Alfonso guy for sure. But Koloff is going to be there. He's going to defend that heavyweight title against Elijah Eden. I believe Alfonso will be in his corner for that match. St. Julius is also going to be there taking on Justin Bon Jovi. Zion Hart is going to defend his Open Challenge Championship against Azriel Kayem. And Mother Endless is going to defend the Women's Championship against Audrey Allen. Mother Endless and Zion Hart have recently teamed up, and they are coming, John, they are coming to take over AWA.
After one extensively long journey around the sun, Mother Endless has returned to in-ring combat at AWA. And today, I brought with me the heart of Assault Wrestling Alliance. And I must say, you were in the right place at the right time. Now is the beginning of the future. Mother Endless has power over AWA. Mother Endless has power over all.
Woo. Mother Endless is scary, scary, man.
She's otherworldly, man. That's some foreboding stuff right there.
Seriously, man. Seriously, and she's a great performer. I've seen her a couple times, and just the whole mystique, the whole thing she's got going on. I'm here for it, 100%. So get out if you're in the area, Southern Maryland. Check out Assault Wrestling Alliance this weekend at the Unique Sports Academy in Waldorf, Maryland. One huge card they got laid out for you there. Out in the Midwest, AAW Pro, they're having a show called Crush and Destroy. That's going to take place at the famous Berwyn Eagles Club in Berwyn, Illinois. AAW champion Ren Jones is going to team up with Beef to take on Stallion Rogers and Jake something. You've also got Trevor Lee is going to take on, here's Calvin Tankman again. He's working Saturday night too. Trevor Lee versus Calvin Tankman. That's going to be a wild match. Shaza McKenzie is going to be there taking on Sean Logan. Sierra versus Heather Reckless. Ooh, that one's going to be a doozy. But Sierra's work ain't done because Sierra and her man Joey Avalon, they've been looking for a tag team partner. They want the Hellhounds. They want those tag team titles. So Joey Avalon and Sierra have enlisted the help of Aaron Roberts. They are going to go after the tag team championships against the Hellhounds on Saturday. Let's hear from Sierra, Joey Avalon, and Aaron Roberts about this huge show coming up on Saturday.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! Oh, I knew you should have just trusted me! Whoa! Heather, guess it's you and I once again, baby girl. Next month. And you two, bring home some tag team gold, baby!
I told you, Russ, Chef, I would find my guy. I would find the right guy. And goddamn it, you know I hate you, and I know you hate me. But we're the best doing this goddamn business. You understand? AAW, you got a big ass problem now, and it's Aaron Roberts, and it's Joey freaking Avalon.
Russ, Chef, you only see straight forward. You have no peripheral vision. You do nothing. You're dumb animals. And we are going to come from every angle, every side, and you're never going to see us coming. Me, Aaron Roberts, y'all have a big fucking problem.
Tag team champions. Right.
Good luck, guys. Y'all are. I don't want any parts of those guys that sound like that. They're
jacked up. They're geeked up. They're ready to roll.
They are. Oh, that's gonna be a really fun show. We're big Sierra fans. We're also big Joey Avalon fans, and AAW fans. So if you guys are out in that area, check out Crush and Destroy by AAW Pro. Check out their Facebook page for more information. In fact, guys, all of these shows are on Facebook events. That's all you got to do. Hear me list the name of the event, go to their Facebook page. All the information is right there and how you can get tickets. Do it. It's that simple, man. Let's see what else we got. We got, last show for Saturday. Excuse me, PAL Pro Wrestling. Another one of our ranked promotions, intergender promotions that I love to death. They are having a show called Heat of the Moment out at World Pies in Eugene, Oregon. You're going to see Marcus Eriks taking on Chuko Bum. You're going to see Gunnar Thorson versus Joey Thornton. That's two confusing last names in one match. You're going to have Caden Cassidy take on Levi Shapiro. And the brand new DOA Grand Champion, Jaden, is going to be there defending one of his other titles, the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship. He's going to issue an open challenge. I don't know who's going to answer that call. I have no idea, but I can tell you this. King Naja, he has thoughts.
Powder Keg was good. It's your main man, King Naja. And I got a question for you. I've been kind of racking my brain and wondering, maybe you guys have had the same question. You know, Jaden has this Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship Open Challenge. I'm kind of wondering, who do you guys think is going to respond to that challenge? You think it might be maybe one of the former champions? Maybe somebody like an Alley Catch? Or how about the outlandish Zicky Dice? What if it's the verified Steve Miggs, all former champions? How about this? What if it's somebody brand new to the roster? What if it's somebody like Marco Antonio? What if it's somebody we haven't even seen debut yet? Or what if it's a current star on the roster that's ready to make a statement? I don't know, like a Gunnar Thorson, like a Cole Rivera, or maybe like a King Naja. Maybe I might answer that open challenge.
There it is.
Let us know what you think, Powder Keg. What you think, Black Dynamite? Should I do it?
Oh man, that's going to be a hell of an open challenge. I can't wait to see who
Ooh.
answers it.
We build the tension. I love it.
Now listen, the one thing I got to mention to you here is this, and that is we didn't have the video of this of this promo up from King Naja, but just so you know that the thing he was talking to was a snake around his neck. What do you call it, Black Diamond or something? I think he said. Yeah,
Yeah,
snake.
they're not. Yeah.
But so also on this show, POW Pro Wrestling, heat of the moment at World Pies, the new POW champion who took down my girl Amira, Charlie Abel, is going to defend that title against Chris Brady. And finally, we got a tag team championship match. The Hess clan are going to take on the Hammer Brothers. Boy, the Hess clan, boy, they're out and ready for this match. I am sure of it. Let's hear from the Hess clan.
Hammer Brothers. You guys may be brothers, but we're a whole family, a whole clan, and we are the POW Tag Team Champions.
You know what the Hess clan did first thing in the morning is we woke up, we went to a 10U boys baseball game where the littlest Hess hit 2 home runs against boys that were 4 years older than him. You see, the Hess clan wakes up and we kiss excellence. And on June 28th at POW, POW Pro Wrestling, the Hess clan versus the Hammer Brothers. Well, the Hess clan is sick and tired of the Village People rejects, the Hammer Brothers. And on June 28th, POW Pro Wrestling, we will burn it down!
Woof. Those dudes are intense.
Legion of Doom vibes, man. The little Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Sound a lot like Hawk back in the day.
Right? 100, man, no doubt.
Chills.
Yeah, that was one hell of a promo. Those guys are coming to town, and they're daring you to take those belts off them. Hammer Brothers, they're daring you.
All I needed was ooh, what a rush.
Doubt it, man. Oh shit! All right, I got 3 more shows for this weekend. These are all on Sunday, John. Smashmaster Wrestling. They're having the Smash Yard Barbecue at Country Club Brewing in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The Mastodon is going to take on the aforementioned J.S. Hawthorne. Alexander Bateman is going to take on Anthrax. The ACW Fire Women's Champion Riley Crow is going to be there taking on Angel Metro.
Nice.
And if I didn't make it clear before, John, I'm a Riley Crow guy.
Oh, we've talked about it. We like Riley Crow.
Also, one of my favorite matches, I love to see him run it back. Father and son, Louis Ramos Jr. taking on Lowlife Louis Ramos. Those guys are going to just cut each other's. It's sick. We've got Sergeant Jimmy Controversy taking on Rob Chase in a Cuff Me If You Can match. Interested in that one too. Let's see. We got Tommy Vex taking on Rob Rockham for the HTW Ray Dorenas Championship. Our buddy Nahir Robles again taking on Kendra Kaida. She was at Focus Pro Wrestling recently, and I think the world of her. I think she's a rising star. Mr. Intellectual Tavius is going to battle Lucky. Ranch hand Sharon Carlson is going to take on Declan Grant. Woo! And Philly Mike Swanson versus Nick Gage for the HTW Championship. Gotta love a Nick Gage appearance.
Somebody's gonna bleed.
Lots and lots of bleeding. You ready for a Domino's commercial yet? Because we might have a pizza cutter.
There may be one there.
Oh my goodness. AML Wrestling, John, on Saturday. Now, AML Wrestling, they hold shows at the Benton Convention Center in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They run during WrestleCade. I believe they're operated by WrestleCade. So that's all sort of tied in together. I saw some of their shows when I went to WrestleCade. They put on a really good show, got a really good roster of people that they present. This show coming up on Sunday is called Riddle Me This. You will never guess who's going to appear. But
Santino?
Yep,
No Santino?
exactly. Yep, AJ Francis.
Hey, I'm down.
But we've got Brad Attitude taking on JAC. These two guys are just ready to go at each other. They've been talking smack on social media. Let's hear from JAC and then JAC, and then later we'll hear from Brad Attitude.
I don't understand what's going on right now. I really don't, but I am so tired. I am so tired of being pissed off all the time since I have returned from Japan. When I came back, in my world, JAC belonged on the top. But these stupid fans, all I see when I walk out of that curtain is a bunch of ones being thrown up in the air. I hate that. I hate this idea that you guys worship and love Brad Attitude. That annoys me to the core because I deserve it. You should worship me, JAC. And Brad always has gotten in the way of me. You've always been on the top, Brad, haven't you? The one star. Well, you know what happens to stars, Brad? Stars die. They get consumed by black holes. And I am the black hole that AML has so desperately needed for a long time. So June 29th, I am going to beat you, consume you whole, and I will be the new star of AML Wrestling.
What? He's juiced up too, man. He's juiced up.
That's what you call intensity, my friend.
Yeah. No, and that accent, you can't tell we're in North Carolina at all, could you?
No.
Love it, man. Say it lovingly, man. I'd say it lovingly. Absolutely, just think the best. Let's see. So on this show, besides Brad Attitude and JAC, which is going to be a banger, you've also got Psycho Boy Fodder from the NWA taking on former I think it's Odyssey, isn't it? Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah. Taking on Odyssey. You've got Diego Hill and Billy Brash versus Money Enterprises for the Tag Team Championship. You've got a meet and greet with Matt Riddle. Surprise, surprise. And then later, Matt Riddle taking on AJ Francis. Woohoo! We've got.
You know how I feel about AJ Francis. I love me some AJ Francis.
Yes, man. Yep. And I might have said this before, but he's the Cheez-Its champion. Best they ever had. Zuka King is going to take on Gustavo for the AML championship at this show. Colby Carino is going to team up with George South to take on Brock and CW Anderson.
Old school, brother.
Oh, man, that match is going to be it's going to be so great. It's going to remind me of my childhood, I guarantee you. Except maybe when Colby Carino dives off of something, which is likely to happen. Former WWE star, formerly known as Tegan Knox, Nixon Newell will be there. She's taking on Clara Carter. Lots of stars, lots of big names on this event, man, on this show. It's very much looking forward to it. But before we wrap up talking about AML Wrestling, Riddle Me This, which takes place on Sunday, check out AML Wrestling on Facebook for more information about this show. But we talked about the big Brad Attitude versus JAC match. We heard from JAC. So let's now hear from Brad Attitude.
JAC. You're a big boy. You're a bad man. And all you've been doing is talking junk, running your mouth constantly about how bad you want me. Well, spoiler alert, you're going to get it June 29th, big convention center. All your talking, all of that stuff goes out the window. You get to prove how big and bad you are. You barked up this tree for far too long. And you want greatness? Well, you got it. The greatest AML champion of all time. It's coming for you. You want to prove yourself. You think you've got what it takes. You've been everywhere. You want to get what you deserve. I know what you deserve. And it's an ass beating, courtesy of the 1 star. I got a little taste last month, but it wasn't enough. JAC, there's nobody here to help you. I know your girl Claire is there. I know Zuka King's got a title shot. I'll tell you what, you need to watch your girl, because she tries to jump on me every time we get around each other, if you know what I'm saying. June 29th, you get your wish, and you get firsthand your first ever 1-star match. And that 1 star is who he always is. You're gonna find out just how big and bad you really are. Throw him up.
Big words. Big words from Brad Attitude.
Dude, the calmness makes me nervous.
Yeah, like Jake the Snake Roberts, right?
Yes.
Very much so, man. Brad Attitude does not seem to be flustered at all, and I love it. Oh man, we've been going so long, man. Whatever, man. But I got one more show, and then we're gonna get the heck out of here. Lucha Libre Vos. They are having Aftermath We the Underdogs at Bull Shooters in Phoenix, Arizona. Dulce Tormenta is going to take on Sakura. Darlix versus Mini Halcon. Hammerstone is going to be there taking on Mecha Wolf. That's a match that stands out right there.
You're not kidding. I would sneak in to see that one.
Me too. Yeah, like with the little hanger on the door at the Capitol Center in 1987, or oh man. We used to sneak into shows. My dad used to sneak us in where the cops were. Oh man. All right. So what else we got? We got the Beast Mordos. I put ESQ. I feel like he deserves it. The Beast Mordos ESQ is going to take on Dios del Inframundo. LJ Ramos and El Lycan are going to take on JKM and Dante. And another indie wrestling experience favorite, Gypsy Mac, is going to be there taking on La Leona for the Queen of Queens Championship. Gypsy Mac's no joke.
Dude, if I had some time to get out to Phoenix, that's a card, man.
Right. Yes, it absolutely is. But guys, that wraps up the Control Center for the week. Let me first be very sure to thank the folks at PWF, the Premier Wrestling Federation, at AWL Wrestling, at Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, at PAL Pro Wrestling, at AAW, Assault Wrestling Alliance, and 3 Legacies Wrestling, all for your permission and the courtesy of being allowed to use the audio from these promos on our show. We really appreciate it very much. Well, I think we're about to wrap up, John, finally. You got anything else?
All right. I got nothing left in the tank, buddy.
Yeah, man, me either. Let's get the hell out of here. We're going to make preparations for our appearance Saturday at Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators event at the Sacred Heart Church in Riverton, New Jersey. We will be there. Come out to see us. Guys, as always, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We are Indie Wrestling Experience. On Blue Sky and Twitter, we are Indie Wrestling XP. We have a link tree. We have a Smug Mug. Check them all out. Go to the link tree. That'll tell you where else to go. We're everywhere. But for right now, we are gone. We are out of here. Thank you all for listening to this very long episode, and we will see you next week.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Bob, Saturday, let's do this.
I can't wait. See you guys there.
Can't wait.